Payday, you want payday, I know that. Payday, you want payday, I know that.
Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling.
BoxingVoice.com.
We don't fight for rings and stuff like that. I don't fear anyone.
En este deporte no se viene a jugar y no le tengo miedo a nadie.
We don't come to play in this sport. I fear no one in this sport.
Does that mean that you will fight Triple G later this year?
Como lo dije en la pelea pasada, ahorita mismo me vuelvo a poner los guantes.
As I said in the last fight, right now I'll put on the gloves again.
¡Viva México!
Canelo wants to unify all the titles.
When did you realize, Andy, that you could take his power?
Because of the Mexican warrior that I am, I got that Mexican blood in me. So, talking about the Mexican style, I just proved it.
BoxingVoice.com.
Ain't no other sight in the game to see the boxing voice.
Good morning, TBV. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another morning edition. I am your host, Nestor Gibbs, joined alongside Francis, the praying mantis here in America. Yeah, it's going down. We in studio. We're a little late because, we had to get the technical difficulties. I had to prepare the studio for two in-house co-hosts, but we got it. We ready to go. We ready to rock and roll and talk some very interesting news. Francis, man, I don't know if you noticed with you waking up late, but Keller Plant already put out kind of what he wants and doesn't want, what he will and will not take. What you take?
I mean, isn't that everybody's MO when they fight Canelo? They got stipulations. They have things that they want in place to make themselves feel comfortable, right? And what is it? Comfortable to go to bed? Like, what exactly is it? So it's one of those things that it's not good for Caleb, but I guess it's good for him to put these stipulations out. But make sure you get the right amount of money. Absolutely. Who doesn't want to get paid, Ness?
Yeah, what you mean by it's not good for Caleb?
Because you've seen Canelo say before that everybody wants to fight me. When they get in there, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. When they get in there, it's a total different situation. So, this goes along the same lines of other people saying, oh, just give me what I want, and I'm going to do this and this to you, and they end up getting knocked out.
Definitely. I want to play the audio because Caleb Plant had some interesting words to say. And I just want to see, your take and the people's take. What do they think of these words, right? So first bit of audio.
I know that you're not going to just take any deal. There's no fight yet. The deal has to be right. And if it's not right, you have other options in the PBC universe with whether it's Jamal Charlo or David Benavidez, right?
Now, let's stop there. I mean, somebody needs to talk to Coppinger. He's a little bit of a troublemaker because this is the second time he asks a question and gives the answer for the fighter to scoop up and the other fighter to get mad. He did this with Earl, like, well, I know you're not going to take 50-50, right? It's more like 60-40, 70-30.
Right.
And Earl's like, yeah, you know what? You're right. And now here he is again, giving the answer, giving the question, stirring the pot.
He's leading the witness.
Stirring the pot.
Jamal Charlo or David Benavidez, right?
I mean, at the end of the day, I do have a lot of options. There's a lot of big fights to be made, a lot of money to be made, and a lot of fights that the fans want to see. And so I do have a lot of options. But, at the end of the day, I'm not looking for a penny more than I'm owed, but I also don't want a penny less. And I know what some fighters who have been paid, and I'm not talking about Callum or Billy, because at the end of the day, I feel like Eddie kind of sold them out for a little bit of money. And I'm already making great money. I'm already a 7-figure fighter a couple times over. So as far as, bringing certain deals to me, it needs to be right. I want it to be right. I want it to be fair. Not even right, but I just want it to be fair. And, it's a fight that the fans want, and I'm looking to become the first undisputed super middleweight. So
Well, there you go. He's looking for it to be fair, Francis.
Yeah, because,
$8 million ain't fair?
Because all Al Heyman's fighters are paid. All Heyman's fighters are paid. That's what he said. This is like the 4th or 5th or 6th Al Heyman fighter say, I'm making great money. Like, I ain't worried about the money. Like, let's just make this all fair. I mean, what exactly is he talking about fair? Are we going back to ring sizes? What exactly is fair?
I don't know, man.
That's the question.
Like I said the other day, I could see this going a few scenarios. I could see him getting $15 million because Kovalev got 14.
Right.
But I could also see him being offered $8 million because Billy got 8 for a shot at 2 belts, or 3 if you count the ring.
Right.
Plant is getting 8 and a shot at undisputed. Now he's getting a shot at 3 belts plus the ring and his own.
But he got the last key.
No, he do. But
puzzle,
guess
right?
what? Guess what? Canelo unified the division in 9 months.
Fact.
Plant's been at 68 his entire career. So does he want to be froze out?
No, but
because look, Canelo could say, look, he outpriced himself, dropped the belts, and go make a whole new world and a whole new division. Like, Plant needs to be happy. Canelo wasn't supposed to be here.
No. But what does that stop his journey from being undisputed at 168?
Whose journey?
Plant of dominated division. Now,
no, listen. You want to be undisputed like
Right.
Crawford? Go ahead. Go beat up Ndongos and people that we can't spell their last name.
Or
If
you
you
can
want to
fight
be
somebody.
undisputed versus Canelo, stop being out here in the media talking crazy, talking about you got options. Who's your options? Jamal Charlo that don't want to fight nobody? Who's your option? I got big fights to make. So you and Charlo as big as Canelo. You and Charlo going to generate the money that you would have made in the Canelo.
The money.
No,
Maybe he's
no.
talking the money, though.
Is him and Charlo going to get him the $8 million that he doesn't want with Canelo?
I mean, well, if Demetrius saying 7 is too, if they're saying 7 is the right amount, yeah.
Yeah, no, because Charlo's getting $7 million for Juan Matar Macias.
Yeah.
So, yeah, right.
I mean, that
Yeah,
8
right.
is definitely.
Yeah, right.
He said, yeah, right.
Yeah, right. He ain't get no fucking 7 or 8 mil for no fucking Juan Montiel. Get out of here, man. No way,
You
bro.
don't believe that?
Man, listen. Plant says he's a 7-figure fighter. What he said, more times over or 3 times over?
3 times over. Let's run the audio again.
Let's run
for
it.
the people.
Let's run it.
I know that you're not going to just take any deal. You know, there's no fight yet. The deal has to be right. And if it's not right, you have other options in the PBC universe with whether it's Jamal Charlo or David Benavidez, right?
I mean, at the end of the day, I do have a lot of options. You know, there's a lot of big fights to be made, a lot of money to be made, and a lot of fights that the fans want to see. And so I do have a lot of options. But, you know, at the end of the day, I'm not looking for a penny more than I'm owed, but I also don't want a penny less. And I know what some fighters who have been paid, and, you know, and I'm not talking about Callum or Billy, because at the end of the day, I feel like Eddie kind of sold them out for a little bit of money. And I'm already making great money. I'm already a 7-figure fighter a couple times over. So as far as, you know, bringing certain deals to me, it needs to be right. I want it to be right. I want it to be fair. Not even right, but I just want it to be fair. And, you know, it's a fight that the fans want, and I'm looking to become the first undisputed super middleweight.
So he said a 7-figure fighter a couple times over.
Right.
So a couple is 2.
Yes.
7 figures is a milli. A milli. So he made a milli 2 times.
At least.
Government took their 40%.
Facts.
That left him with 1.2 for 2 fights.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He
Easy,
got
man.
managers. Shout out to Louis DeCubas.
Right.
Let me get that percentage. Shout out to Al Heyman.
Let me get that percentage.
Oh, Justin Gambler, the coach. Who else left to pay?
Larry Wade.
Larry Wade is terrific conditioning. I'm a couple times over.
That Heyman check, man. You hear them talk about it all the time.
I hear that
But
Al Heyman check, but I just seen it deplete too. I mean, we got to do the math.
Now I have another thing that I'm really like has
What?
my mind going. He
What's
went
up?
from I want it to be right,
Yeah.
to I want it to be fair, to I want it to be right, to I want it to be fair. Which one is it? Like what?
Nah, it sounds like he wants it to be fair, but what fair to him is and what fair to me is 2 different things. Like, again.
So where did the right come in? That's what, like what was I was
Well,
trying to
because
see
he
his train
said
of thought with the right.
He said Billy and Callum got jerked.
Pretty much, yeah.
And he's
by their own.
No, he's getting that from same way I'm getting it. Because Kovalev got 14 and he's like an alcoholic. You know what I'm saying? You know, he lost a few times.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then you got Jacobs, who lost to Gennady, got 12.5. Feel me?
But look at their careers though. I mean, you can kind of warrant.
Jacobs has a more declarated career than Plant.
Than Kovalev. Now I'm talking about the gold standard of the $14 million for Kovalev.
Yeah,
I think Kovalev got that based off his resume. Based
I mean,
off what he's done in the sport.
three-time champ.
Unified
But that's the
champ.
thing. But that's the thing. Where you don't want to pay Caleb for being declarated,
right?
You must overpay him for being the last piece of the puzzle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But how much?
Exactly.
How much over? Because we seen.
I think again, if we're talking
Hold on,
justification,
real quick. We seen Triller, for lack of conversation, double the offer, right? So if Al Heyman and DAZN, if Fox and DAZN go into a bidding war, how much over are they gonna pay for this fight? So Caleb is happy.
No, Fox ain't going into no bidding war. They don't got no rights for a bidding war. This isn't a mandatory.
If
they don't,
I'm talking for
listen to
pay-per-view
me.
though, because they got to deal with Al.
All they can
Al
do,
say like,
no,
yo,
they could do is offer Canelo. All they can say is, look, fight Plant on Fox, and we'll give you $35 million. That's all they could say.
Right.
They can't say anything. They can't go to purse bid. They can't force the fight. If they fucking ruffle the feathers too much, he'll walk. He'll walk. And then what? Then he decides to go fight at 60.
Actually, he won't walk. I don't
Why
believe
won't
he because he needs the last key.
He don't, though.
Yeah, he do.
No, he don't. Listen, he's never undisputed, right?
And it's never been done in that division.
Cool.
Right?
But he's never undisputed, and he's still universally the man. He's still universally the man. No other human
But
being.
who sets out a goal and you don't achieve it? Like, I mean the
you
goal is
set-
to be on. That's why he said
Because
who next?
there's haters.
He's
There's haters.
talking in line like he literally has gone down the line to achieve this.
No, and that's the thing. Real boxing fans know that he said, "I'm gonna undispute 68," and he got it done in 9 months.
Shit.
Now, if Caleb wants to act like, "Oh, I got the last piece of the puzzle, you gonna have to pay for it," all right, bye. I go fight Better Beef. Bye. You don't make this money. Bye. I'm already getting 25 and 30 million every time I fight.
But how much more do you think? Like, if it's okay, if he's saying minimum, it has to be minimum 8, and 8's like not fair.
Who said it's not fair though? Why ain't it fair?
Based on, well, if he's saying that he wants it to be fair, and he said that, well, they got jerked by their own, and they got 7 or 8 million.
Okay, but that's the debate.
Put 2 and 2 together. And
no,
be
but that's the debate. It's like you already said. He ain't Daniel Jacobs. He's not a 2-time champ.
Right.
You know, he's not a cancer survivor.
So
he's not the miracle man. His face ain't on buses in New York City. That's not him. So, okay, now you can't get 12. Oh, by the way, you also not Sergey Kovalev. No. You also didn't do 2 pay-per-views on HBO. HBO, let's say that again. You also didn't do 2 pay-per-views on Home Box Office. And one of the most notorious boxing networks, you know. And guess what else you didn't do? You're also not a 3-time champion in one division. So these other boys are getting paid for their worth.
But who's the biggest name on his resume?
Who's?
Caleb right now, to date.
Who's talking to you?
I mean, that's hard to argue getting 10 million to fight Canelo.
My point exactly, and that's why the question is.
You get it because you have the last belt. You would
listen
get
to
it.
Listen to me.
Canelo,
Think
give
about
to
it.
him, man.
Thinking about it.
Would.
Thinking about it. Think about it, bro. Billy got 8.
Right.
You telling me because you got the last piece of the puzzle, you're worth 7 million more.
If you can negotiate it, yeah.
No, he can't. I don't think he could. I mean, look, amen.
So if you're saying that if that was your fighter, and somebody came to you with an offer like that, where this is the last piece of the puzzle to achieve what you want to achieve, your dream or whatever the case may be, you would tell your fighter, nah, we don't need that. You wouldn't overpay.
They already told Caleb no 2 times. He turned it down already 2 times. He could have been next after Callum.
So
okay. So I mean, like, you know, they'll like they said, we got options. Like they said, we got fights the fans want to see. They banking on Benavidez Plant. All of a sudden taking a bad taste out of our mouth if he doesn't fight Canelo.
You can go to Charlo route.
I mean, Charlo, I don't know about all that. You asking a man to move up and say that it's a big fight.
Yeah.
all because you didn't want to fight Canelo. Now, don't get me wrong. People wanted Charlo to move up. They wanted him to fight Canelo, but they didn't want him to fight Plant. That would be something totally new.
So if he was to, so if Caleb, and this is just, out there, if he was to ask, let me get 20.
This nigga tripping.
They'll laugh just like that at him. Just like that. Like 20.
Bruh, just think about it. Think about in the last couple years, who's gotten $20 million?
Shit.
Pacquiao?
Didn't Crawford ask if he fight Pacquiao, he want 20?
I don't really speak of delusional people, man.
No? Okay.
That was it. Didn't Crawford ask? Asking and getting is two different things, man. Who's gotten 20 million? Pacquiao.
That's it. Yeah.
And maybe that's hard to find. I think Pacquiao was getting guaranteed 10s from PBC, man. I ain't trying to hear that. You crazy. Yo, no way. And it's the problem, man. I hope we don't fall back into that. You know what I mean? Back in the day, there was an issue like that. Like, every time you want a big fight, it ends up being outpriced.
Right.
People want this life-changing money. And $8 million is life-changing. $8 million is life-changing.
What you telling, man?
$8 million. And then you get the IBF. $8 million. Then you get the Ring Magazine. $8 million. Then you get the WBA Super. You know what I mean? $8 million. Then you get the WBO. So it's 4 belts. The lineal title. Canelo's already universally number 1 in the division because he beat Callum Smith, who was already the number 1. So he beat the man that beat the man.
Mm-hmm.
Only thing he ain't take from Callum was the trophy. He lucky to get to keep that.
The Ali trophy.
You know what I'm saying? So now Billy getting the same $8 million, but he's getting them belts. An extra one. And the title of Undisputed. And the title of Lineal. Man, him and his team need to think what the fuck they say next.
And while they're thinking about that, we're going to run some of these super chats.
No, because let's not forget, this isn't something that could just happen over, it's hard as hell to undispute.
Yeah,
it's hard as hell to undispute.
That's why I think they have to pay it, man.
No,
I just think,
no.
Man.
Canelo's already solidified. He's not gonna be strong-armed into making history. That's literally what you're saying. You want to make history? You got to pay. No, that's not how it works. You don't want to allow me to make history? You'll go down in history as the biggest duck in the world.
Or the person that just
This isn't a regular. See, Keller passed on the fight for unification. Then he passed on a fight for unification. This is undisputed. You will universally be considered afraid of Canelo.
If you turn down
your team will show if they advise you to turn it down, they're showing that they feel you're not ready
for it.
And if you're not ready for Canelo right now, you'll never be ready for him because guess what? No one.
He's getting better.
Canelo waits for no man. Canelo waits for no man. Oh, you ain't ready? He'll go fight Andre or better be even make history somewhere else.
So let me ask you a
You
question.
can't risk this. You just can't risk
let me ask
not
you a question.
facing this dude. This whole audio sounds stupid, man. For real.
Yeah,
I got more audio, though.
Hold on. Let me run some of these super chats before you get going.
Nah. Let's knock out the audio because then we can stay all super chat.
How quickly do you think a deal can be closed here? Eddie Hearn, who was promoting Canelo the last 2 fights, that promotional deal is now expired. He said he was going to try to reach out to your team this week and see what happens. Obviously, we have some complications, right? You're a PBC fighter. You fight on Fox always, and Canelo's been fighting on Dazn. If it comes down to it, would you fight on Dazn, or are you PBC and Fox or bust?
I mean, look, I have a great team around me. I got a great manager, Luis DeCulis. I feel like, I'm not the only one who feels like he's the best at what he does. But as far as my advisor and Al Heyman, they haven't made a mistake yet. They've done great with me in my career. And so I trust them to make the right call. And whatever that is, I'll follow their lead. And, but I want that fight and I want to make it happen. And they do too. So, I trust them and I'm sure that we can make it work.
Yo, today's Thursday?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Yo, lucky you text me. I forgot all about Frank Warren. Damn, we like 19 minutes late on Frank. He probably like, what the fuck? Damn,
I'm on top of it, man. But Caleb definitely said a lot in that right there. But he almost got led into it. I'm glad he put it out there that his team handle that situation. He didn't handcuff himself by saying, "Oh, I'm only PBC on." You know what I'm saying? I'm only PBC or Showtime. That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
Mike was leading him that way. Mike was kind of saying like, "Hold up, are you guys gonna stand firm on just being on your side, or you looking to come on the other side?" And he answered it smartly.
But we all know that's what Al wants. I mean, he tried to give a deal to Triple G to come over to PBC. Like, they're gonna bring him to PBC, or they're gonna bring him to
who?
To Showtime.
Crazy. But listen, man, Plant can't turn down this deal this time, like you said, man. Not to say he can't, it just won't be a good look. It won't be a good look to him and his team. And I think his team is smarter than that. They're gonna get him just what he needs. They're not gonna overdo it. And I don't see, Dazn being somebody who's shy on spending money, right?
The thing is that Al has already been there with Daniel. And because of that, my bad. Let me see if I can end it then and take you out of that one. So, because they've been there already with Daniel, maybe they think they could get some more, because Daniel and Keith Conley was definitely able to, again, negotiate that 1.5. I mean, that 12.5. Okay, so Frank says he's good. Now, thing is, I don't have nobody in here. I wonder, could I still get him on?
My shit froze, man.
All right, sorry for the dead air. Just trying to get Frank Warren.
We're over here. I'm stuck. Oh my gosh. Caleb Plant, man. Come on, brother. We're expecting you, to give us the fight that we all want. Because
for real,
who don't think Caleb Plant got that type of defense and the skills? It's a defense that everybody is saying that needs to have against Canelo. And Caleb is known to be slick and have good defense, right? Mm-hmm. It's does he have the offense to really put it together for the judges to be like, yeah, you're actually beating on Canelo tonight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
that is really what he has to prove. We know he has defense. Does he have the offense to make Canelo either go on the back foot, make him think about, make him a little gun shy, whatever the situation may be? That's what I'm waiting to see.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
You've been in camp.
The thing is that he's the natural super middleweight. My man's wingspan is crazy. He trains with Larry Wade from the beginning. It's not like he's about to get the Canelo fight and start training with Larry. So,
he already been through
conditioning-wise, he's there. The issue is that when you got someone as good as Canelo on the other side, you throw less punches because you're being countered. You're being met with a lot of force. But let's get to these super chats, man. Early in the morning, we got GB. What is that? Guthrie says, "I got you, champ." With the 3 laughing out loud emoji, sends a £2 super chat, and that was to get Doomy back on, because he misses Doomy. He said, "Yo, let me send a bonus so you could pay Doomy." And I told him I don't know if £2 is gonna be enough to negotiate Doomy's return, but we gonna try. I'm going to be Eddie Hearn here and try to bring him back. We got Rich Mendez that says, "How long can Plant go without boxing? Who is his mandatory? Does he risk a fight with someone else?" Well, his mandatory was Feisenbutts, and he handled that. He's available. That's what he did. See, they were strategic. They let y'all laugh at them in February, but they did that to be available, Don't you notice that he didn't take no fight? All of a sudden, he got a hand injury, but he's available for September, the magical month that Canelo wants to return. Yeah. This is all strategic. Just like this interview. I reached out to Plant, and I was told, give me a couple days, and then boom, you on Coppinger spilling the beans. It's strategic, man. They getting the motherfucking the big soup moving, you know what I mean? They stirring the pot. So they added some ingredients. What's that ingredient? Man, we ain't fuck what Ness and the Boxing Voice was saying on their show about 8 million being good because it's one extra belt. We ain't taking that.
8 million.
We ain't taking that.
Yep.
That's what they did. That's what they did. Oh, the people think 8 million is good. Well, let me let them know it's not. That's what they did because yesterday we did have a show, and maybe people don't believe that things move that quickly, or that everyone is listening, and that's all fine and dandy. But yesterday, the people, the dozens of callers that called in, most of them was kind of like, "Yo, 8 and undisputed is okay."
Wow. Okay.
You know, I mean,
Wow.
obviously, a few of us thought there's a strong possibility that if Kovalev and Jacobs got 12 and 14, shit, Plant could get that.
Yeah.
But then there's that argument that Jacobs and Kovalev are a lot more popular than Plant. A lot more popular than Plant, like by far. You know, when they was on HBO, Plant was like in Tennessee or wherever he's from. You know.
So you saying either 13 or 15? It's either you're gonna be in between 14 and 12,
no,
or you're gonna be one above.
You're gonna be
14.
between 8 and 15. I say 8 and 15 because like you want to make a case that you're more of a marketable fighter and bring more to the table than Kovalev. Like
Right.
Kovalev has a lot of negatives.
Yes.
So like when you're negotiating, you want to be like, well, I ain't no. You know,
You know what I'm saying?
I'm responsible.
Yeah, I ain't
I'm
doing
gonna
all
show
this
up.
shit,
I'm
yeah.
gonna show up. You know what I'm saying? And they like, well, that's cool, but he's a 3-time champ.
Yeah.
And you know that. What's their comeback to that? Like,
And
oh
then-
well, I done $1 million 3 times straight on Fox.
Can he sell the fight?
But that's the thing.
Press conference. No, I'm talking about like when like,
Plant.
Yeah, Caleb Plant. Can he?
I
Sell,
mean, he's got the personality, but he hasn't done a Canelo yet. He hasn't let it out at a press conference.
Payday.
We
You
haven't-
want payday. I know that. Payday.
We haven't seen
You
something
want-
like this from Plant yet, but he's, you know, he talks his shit to Benavidez. He never let that Benavidez situation get ahead of him. Plus, who he ran down? Didn't he throw punches at Jose in the gym? Like, Plant's a real one. Remember, Plant was fighting some dude like 6'4", 300 pounds in the hood. That was housing. Ain't nobody gonna tell me that wasn't housing. He was in the hood,
Fucking him up.
street fighting. Like, Plant is a real one. You know what I'm saying? But you got a team.
Yeah.
It don't matter how real you is. Like, you got to this level. You got to let the people that did go to school, that do know what they're doing, do what they're supposed to do. And like he said, I got one of the best. Louis DeCuba's one of the best, according to him and other people that, you know, are managed by Louis DeCuba. So we'll see what Louis gets him. Louis has gotten Laura the Canelo fight. This is another thing we need to understand. Al and Louis have been here before.
And Eddie loves Louis.
Eddie loves Louis.
Eddie loves
Good
Louis.
point. Good point.
Eddie said Eddie-
and that's
Louis
the
one of
only
the best out there,
That's
like,
the
right
only
now.
dude. That's his contact. That's Eddie's
Yeah.
only guy that
Louis.
he talks about with Al Heyman is Louis. But again,
Or Louis, sorry.
Louis the Cubas Jr., not senior. He got the Laura fight done. You know, with Al.
Yep.
Laura Canelo.
Yep.
Al worked with Canelo for the Trout fight.
Mm-hmm.
Al worked with Canelo for the Jacobs fight. So
Doesn't he work with Luis Ortiz as well too, like in some
absolutely.
capacity?
Absolutely.
So that he worked with Eddie Hearn before when Luis Ortiz signed to Matchroom.
No,
in terms of,
no,
like, maybe
no,
a part
because
of the deal, like
no, because Lewis after Lewis left Matchroom is when he got with Al and them.
Oh, okay.
Because I think it
No,
was
maybe
like
I was talking maybe the Cuban background, like he
I
was
thought it was-
working with him like on the side, like I'm gonna help you.
I don't know about on the side, but I feel like it was Lewis was on Golden Boy. He fought Latif Coyote. Coyote, I think, tested positive or some shit like that. And or Lewis tested positive. It was like the second time. Golden Boy kind of backed off. I think Matchroom might have stepped in after that.
Yeah,
I'm
they
not
did.
sure how long it took.
That's how he fought Malik Scott. It was a
Yeah.
Matchroom fighter in Monte Carlo. But listen, y'all, let us know in the chat right now or on the phone lines. Give us a number that you think is fair or right, as Caleb Plant
Right and
said.
tight, as Info Joe would say. Get it right and tight.
For this undisputed fight between Canelo Alvarez and Caleb Plant. Give us a number. Just want a number. We don't need an essay. Just a number. Is it 8?
man.
Is it 10? Is it 15? Is it 20?
That's the thing, but you
What is
asking people that never been in the ring, that don't have $1 million, that don't have $2 million, that don't have $3 million in the bank.
Right.
You understand? It's totally different when you got a little chunk.
That's why he comfortable like saying
Exactly. When you got a little chunk, you don't care about getting up early no more. You got that chunk.
So you're going to need something.
It's calculated in your head how many days off you could take. It's calculated in your head how many times you could pay that mortgage.
The numbers are coming in. Let's see the average number that everybody
Let's see. In the meantime, we'll get to the next super chat, which comes from Richard Mendez. I think we said that, right? Yes. He said, how long can Plant go without boxing? Next one is Ramiro Flores. Ramiro says, how much was my pain? How much was May paying? Saludos, TBB. That's what I said yesterday. May wasn't paying shit. Mayweather was giving dudes 2.5 and 2 million, 1.5. I'm pretty sure Maidana got 1.5.
Unless you started talking for it, then he give it to you. Remember he said, hold up, hey, Leonard, how much Berto make his last fight? Get that man $4 million. Because Berto's like, man, how you Floyd Mayweather? You only give me certain. You don't remember that little thing he had?
I don't.
Oh shit, I have to pull it up for you later. That shit was funny. One of them 24/7s.
So he just threw him an extra
How much
2.
is your highest payday? $2 million? Man, get that man $4 million. Don't worry, I got you $4 million.
Damn. I wish somebody throw me an extra 2.
Floyd was making like 70, 80 at the time. He's like $4 million. That ain't shit. You can have that.
YouTube with a $5 love chat. Nothing there. Just showing the love. We appreciate it. We got Gunner Forever that says, Plant El Pato. Editor's bracket, duck emoji. Pricing himself out. So Pato translates to duck in Spanish. He's calling him a duck because he thinks the audio indicates he's pricing himself out. For those that don't know what we're talking about.
Payday. You want payday. I know that. Payday.
How quickly do you think a deal can be closed here? Eddie Hearn, who was promoting Canelo the last 2 fights, that promotional deal is now expired. He said he was going to try to reach out to your team this week and see what happens. Obviously, we have some complications, right? You're a PBC fighter. You fight on Fox always, and Canelo's been fighting on Dazn. If it comes down to it, would you fight on Dazn, or are you PBC and Fox or bust?
I mean, look, I have a great team around me. I got a great manager, Luis DeCulis. I feel like, I'm not the only one who feels like he's the best at what he does. But as far as my advisor and Al Heyman, they haven't made a mistake yet. They've done great with me in my career. And so I trust them to make the right call. And whatever that is, I'll follow their lead. And, but I want that fight and I want to make it happen. And they do too. So, I trust them, and I'm sure that we can make it work.
Yo, how do you let this opportunity go by, though? Like, do you think there's a world where they advise him not to take it?
Yeah.
What? You tripping.
Yeah. We good? We locked in? Yo, I tell you why, man. There's a lot of factors running on this, man. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things. You want to make sure that we can. What's the plan for the comeback if you lose? What is the plan if you win? Like, where you going next? What you doing next? Those are all things that you have to account for before you just jump into like a big fight like this, man. You can drown this. You can drown, man. That's what a lot of people do. They get into this moment.
How much they giving you? How much you giving Plant to fight Charlo?
Oh man, right now. So if he said he's been 7-figure 2 times, I can't put a number. I'm gonna give him 5.
Meanwhile, Charlo made what? His
7?
highest is 2 on paper.
On paper,
exactly.
And they said that there's no back end. But yeah, let's listen. Everybody's saying 8 million, 9 million. You got some 12.5, and then you had one person say starting point is 15. 15 million for the starting point. What's up? Talk to me, y'all. Everybody's saying 8 million. Y'all haters. Anybody that's saying between 12.5 and up, y'all wishing on a star. And everybody in between 8 and 11, y'all seem like the same ones. Is that true, Ness?
I mean,
and I'm just trying to be tongue in cheek, y'all. Did you hear what I said? Let me say it again. I said anybody that say 8 million is a hater.
Nah.
Hey, hold on, no. I'm being tongue in cheek. He said anybody between 12.5 and 15 is wishing on a star. So anywhere between 8 and 12.5 seems like you the sane one.
I think that those numbers are all realistic. That's the
yeah.
crazy thing, you know. Like even though I'm like, how could he?
Which one is more realistic?
It's like how could you?
15?
I think
or between 8 between 8 and 12.5.
I think because of who Plant is at this point in his career.
Mm-hmm. At this point in his career?
Yeah, at this point in his career, I think he's more of a sturdier champion than Kovalev was. Like, people believe he's more of a threat than Kovalev was. Like, you know, even though I never thought that, because I believe, you know, moving up was dangerous, especially fighting the Crusher. People call Kovalev a cherry, though.
Mm-hmm.
So because of that, there is more value in Plant. To a certain extent, I don't know if that value, you know, increases your pay to $15 million, you know, but there's always that counter argument that it's like you gave that guy 14 and you gave that guy 12.5. You understand?
Yep. So what's going on with me?
And those dudes, they're not, even though they have their things that can be argued that they're more popular than Plant. Plant's active. Plant's doing 1 point something consistently on Fox.
Yep.
And you know, Plant.
He's there. He's there to be paid, man. He's kept his
I
side
don't know.
of the deal.
I think it's hard.
He's kept his side of the deal.
I think it's hard.
He kept
like,
winning.
The more I talk about it, it's like, yo, what? You know, Kovalev was a 3-time champ. Jacobs was everything. He was like a 2-time champ, a cancer survivor, like all this shit. Faces on buses and like he's everything. So it's like, what does like Plant? What is Plant bringing to the table other than the belt?
8.5, 500,000 more than Billy.
No, I mean, I'm not.
There
Frank Warren, how are you?
I'm all right, chaps. How are you?
We're good. We're good. Before we switched into some UK boxing, we were just talking Caleb Plant's recent interview where he says he feels Eddie sold out Billy Joe and Callum Smith when it comes to the purses they received to face Canelo. Kind of insinuating that maybe the $8 million that Billy received isn't enough for him. What do you think it's going to take to get this fight done for Canelo Alvarez?
Whatever makes Caleb happy.
So we just got to give him what he wants, you think?
Well, you know, if I was in their position, I'd be looking at well, first of all, they've got to deal with Al Heyman, haven't they?
Yeah.
So they've got to get that sorted. But I think if I was in Caleb's position, I'll be thinking to myself, who else is there now for him to fight? For Alvarez to fight? He's gone through everybody. There's only a couple of fights out there for him now, unless he goes up again in weight.
So, Frank, I have it made up in my mind that if Canelo offers Plant $8 million, the same $8 million he offered Billy, somehow that offer should be enticing because there's an extra belt now and the opportunity at Undisputed plus a lineal title. Does that not carry, I guess, financial value?
Well, I'm sure it does, but at the end of the day, you're talking about an American fighter, aren't you? And an American fighter, if the fight's taking place in the States and if it's going to be on in September on the Mexican public holiday, it has to have I would think, have a premium for it.
So you're saying just being American garners him more money?
Well, the fight take place in the States. You know, you've got a great Mexican Hispanic market with Canelo, who's becoming, you know, who done extremely well last time, and he's the big draw. But in fighting an American, I think it adds a bit more juice to it.
How you doing, Mr. Warren? This is Francis from Canada, now in Florida with Dexter. Just real quick, I wanted to know if Kovalev got 14 million and it was reported that Daniel Jacobs got 12. Given that 0.5, sorry. Given that Caleb Plant might not have had the resume or the fame of those two accolades, what would you say it was a fair number? Should he get upwards of 12 to 14 million? or is it like closer to the Billy Joe, Callum Smith, 8-7 million?
I don't know, really. I mean, I don't know how they do their books. I know if I was Caleb, I'd be asking him, which he's obviously doing, asked him for as much as he can get and what he feels he's worth. And at the end of the day, they'll strike a deal because that's the fight to be made. There'll be some give and take. At the end of the day, he'll either sign for the fight or not, or look at other options and see where he can earn that type of money.
Now, Nestor is of the idea that there's no way, one, that the team can turn down the fight, and two, there's no way that Canelo will overpay for the belt because he can also walk away from that. What's your feeling on that?
I don't think it. I think right.
Can you repeat that? You broke up a little bit.
Sorry, I think they'll strike.
Oh, you think they'll strike a deal?
Yeah, I think they will.
So, Frank, I don't know. We'll probably bounce around, but I wanted to get you on specifically for Daniel Dubois. Yeah. I'm so excited, but also a little afraid. Like, I didn't expect to see him back with a Dazn Dinu. I think that, that's a credible opponent. It's someone that's rankable, but I wasn't expecting it after the injury. Why this choice in opponent?
Well, two reasons. One, he said he didn't want to be fighting he didn't want what we call sometimes a comeback fight. He said he wanted to fight someone who was decent. And two, I think he's capable. We're going to find out, obviously, on the 5th of June. I hope we've made the right move. But he sustained, as you know, in his last fight, quite a bad injury. He's over that now. He's been sparring. He's been working hard. And the feeling is that if he's as good as we think he is, then he should come through the fight.
Now, isn't it a question? Isn't it more than just being as good as you think he is because of the injury, right? Like, will it hold up? We've seen. I mean, look at Kell Brook and just guys who get these broken they're never the same. Margarito, Abner Mares, these guys just don't look the same after the fight.
Well, you have a point there, and we'll find out. But he's been sparring, so he's obviously in sparring. He's, there's been nothing sort of really held back. And the fact of the matter, if he's a professional fighter, he's got to step back into that ring again, and that is a danger. That injury is a danger, but it's either that or retire.
Wow, I'm shocked you didn't give him a. I mean, not that you didn't give him. I'm just
saying, but there's two ways. I mean, the doctor, first of all, the only way he can get back in the ring is if the doctor said that he's fit enough to box, which he has done. But if you've got that injury, you just made, which may be a valid point. I'm not sure about it. It may be a valid point that fighters are not the same. If it's going to be reoccurring injury, it could happen in this fight, could happen in the next one. So it's, for me, it's best to find out now how he's going to come through it. I think he will do. He's a strong character. Obviously he's got a lot of pressure on him because of the way the fight ended. Some people said he quit without knowing the full facts of the extent of the injury. And at that time, we couldn't even make any comment because the doctors in the UK or the ophthalmic surgeon he went to see said he couldn't even, because of the swelling, he couldn't even look at his eye properly. They couldn't do anything about it. They had to wait for the swelling to go down to actually get a proper, to actually diagnose it, which they did. He had 2 fractures and he had a hemorrhage on his retina.
Right.
But that was he sustained that injury in the 3rd round. So he fought through that fight for nearly 7 rounds.
Right.
Showed a bit of character doing that. In the end, as he said, the pain was so excruciating he had no choice, and I think he did the right thing. If he was a UFC fighter, he'd have tapped out in the 3rd round.
Right. Now, a perfect segue into a question I wanted to ask. We've seen Billy Joe Saunders make some comments about fighters, quitting because of injuries and whatnot. And he sustained an injury.
Not fighters, specifically Dubois.
He's
Dubois,
obviously had.
He obviously had some specific words about Dubois and how Dubois handled his situation, and it's just. I don't want to say that it's like bittersweet, but it was karma. What did you, as the promoter, once upon a time of Billy and of Dubois, both of them suffering those injuries, what did you think of that karma?
Well, it was ironic. I think sometimes people say things on the spur of the moment without knowing the full extent of what the injury was. And Bill got that injury and Ben Davison pulled him out more or less immediately from the fight. As you say, it's quite it is ironic, but sometimes you got to walk, or you got to wear another boxer's boots to know what they're going through. I think, with the benefit of now knowing the pain and knowing what the extent of the injury, I should think Bill now would take his hat off to Daniel Dubois for boxing on for another 7 rounds as he did.
Do you think that because this injury is occurring more and more, do you think that boxers and even fight fans, will we be a little more sympathetic to the situation? Because right away, everyone was calling Billy a quitter. I'm not. I obviously, when you're watching it immediately and there was no swelling, you're questioning what's going on. But when you find out that this man has fractured his orbital bone in 4 different places, I think that the quitting should stop, right?
Well, I look at that 2 ways. First of all, there is a knee-jerk reaction, and I've said in the past, I've seen, we say it, we're in the trade, or he's got no heart, he's quit, and obviously they're brave guys who get into the ring, and it's very easy. You're sitting on the other side of the ropes to pass that judgment. Mm-hmm. Having said that, as far as Daniel Dubois is concerned, that injury was apparent for a long, long time during the fight, and he would have got pulled out at the end of that round anyway by Martin Bowers, his trainer. He would have pulled him out. He felt because on the cards he was ahead, he may have had a chance of knocking out Joe Joyce, but Joe boxed superbly in the fight, and obviously he got the win. But as far as the injuries are concerned, they're happening quite frequently now. I've been in the sport all the time, and I've never, there's been a spate of these injuries, and I think it's down to the gloves. I think the gloves that some of these fighters are wearing now, the way they're being designed and so forth, they are causing quite a few eye injuries. To fight.
No boxing, no life. Hint, hint. Because those gloves broke 2 bodies.
Yeah, well, you look at the gloves and when you look back and see how gloves were and how they are now, and obviously the advancement of the weight of the padding and the type of padding in them, I think it's something that all the commission should look at, because these injuries are becoming more frequent and dangerous.
Yeah, I wanted to know. You had something on top. I wanted to know when are we gonna get to see Anthony Yard back out again, and will we get the rematch between him and Lyndon Arthur for 2021, or is that 2022 we're looking at?
We will be announcing next week the show with Anthony Yard's fight. We'll also be announcing when Lyndon Arthur will be fighting. They will each have a fight, providing they come through their respective fights. They will have a rematch in the autumn, or the fall, as you call it.
Frank, any word when sport is expected to come back for live audiences out there in the UK for you guys?
We're hoping we're going to get our first live audience on the 5th of June at Daniel's fight. They're saying they're going to allow 1,000 people into the arena, so that'll be our first live audience. And we're hoping in July, or we was up until yesterday, hoping we're going to get to some substantial numbers in stadiums. Having said that, this Indian variant of the COVID has hit the UK now, and there's been some talk today of maybe restricting the gatherings again. I hope that's not been the case, but apparently the Indian variant is obviously very, very dangerous, as we're seeing what's happening in India at the moment.
That's awesome. David Adelaide coming through his last fight. What are the next steps for him? I know there was talks of him maybe taking on Nathan Gorman at some point. How close is that, and what is the next steps for him?
That's not close, that fight at all. Look, he's a novice. That's his 5th fight. He's got a way to go yet. Nathan's a very, very good boxer.
Right.
And he had a couple of good wins. And as far as Nathan's concerned, he's got to learn his trade. I mean, like all young fighters, they all want to fight the best. They call out people, but he's not ready for that yet. He needs another good 5 or 6 fights to get under his belt before we even consider putting him into a 10-round fight, let alone a 12-round fight.
Beautiful.
Can we see Nathan Gorman versus Areola or Travis Kaufman? I think those are 2 American heavyweights. I know both are on the brink or have been retired and things like that, but they still make good fights. And with Gorman, I feel like it's a good style matchup.
You should take a job out as a matchmaker. Get a license. They're good fights. Yeah, absolutely. They're the type of fights he wants, you know. I mean, for his perspective, for him to fight a guy who's had 5 fights is you know, it's a step backwards for him at this stage of his career. He's looking for, you know, he's looking to get himself into bigger and better fights. And those 2 guys would be perfect matches for him at this stage.
So, Frank, if everything goes well and June 5th, the UK opens up, how realistic is AJ Fury in the United Kingdom, and why is it not the top option? Like, Floyd and Pacquiao didn't go to Saudi Arabia or look for a foreign country. They did it in America, and they got a huge amount of money in America. Why is this fight like, it's every week Eddie has an announcement to announce the next week he's announcing that the following week he's going to announce again?
Oh, we're waiting for the next announcement. Someone told me he's actually going to have an announcement to announce his next announcement. This is really simplistic. Is that look? Obviously, it should be in the UK. There's no doubt about that. We've got a problem at the moment, obviously, with the amount of people who can be in stadiums. But it's, you know, they're 2 Brits, and it'll be the first time that the 4 heavyweight belts have ever been collectively fought for, and it makes sense to be in the UK, do big numbers. But there is an offer on the table from a country in the Middle East. At the moment, we're trying to see where we're going with that. The offer, if it fulfills the criteria, and I'm speaking from the Fury camp perspective, if it fulfills his criteria that certain conditions are met, then the fight will go on. But at the moment, there's still negotiations going on. And because it's now is the end of Ramadan and it's the Eid in the Middle East, I think things will go quiet for the next few days until we can look to see how far we're going with the negotiations. In the meantime, I'm sure you'll get another announcement, and probably an announcement the day after from my good friend.
So it's more than just the finances, because you're saying they're still negotiating, so they haven't figured out who's walking first, who's being announced. Like what's left to hammer out?
I don't think any of that's a big deal. I mean, to be blunt about it, who walks first, who walks second, just toss a coin. You know, that's how that can be dealt with.
Wait a minute. we all know that got Chisora. That got Chisora so mad.
Toss the coin first.
That got Chisora so mad. Thank God for his mom.
What we'll do, we'll toss a coin to see who's going to toss the coin. So no, I won't get.
I love that one, Frank.
I don't want to get bogged down in that. All I want to do, you know, from my perspective, being selfish about it, I just want to see the fight on, and I just want to see that, you know, that everybody feels secure as far as you know, going to the particular country, that they haven't got to worry about anything else rather than the fight, because that's where we're at. So this will all come to a head fairly soon, one way or another.
Frank, what is the probability of Wilder Fury 3? Because Malik Scott is watching video of Wilder and Fury 2, and he has Wilder in the gym, and everyone thinks Wilder looks like a brand new fighter, and he's putting, you know, Russian translations, how he's seeking revenge. He can only seek revenge on Fury. Is there going to be like a curve? What's the probability of a curveball Fury Wilder 3 announcement?
Well, look, you know, if the fight doesn't happen between AJ and Tyson, then a very big possibility. And I'm glad to hear he's a new fighter, because the old fighter won't beat Tyson.
Well, he's looking good. Did you see the footage?
Good. I want him to look good. You know, if that fight's on, you want it. He'll have to look good. He'll have to be good to get in there to have a chance. But I think Tyson's got his number.
Yeah, Joe Rogan wants him to get a few tune-ups. He said even with the footage looking that good, he still wants some tune-ups.
Yeah, definitely.
He's a very sensible man.
So, what are you expecting Monday? The big announcement came out yesterday. News was broke that arbitration or mediation should be finalized by Monday. What is your best case scenario and what is your worst case scenario?
Look, the arbitrator was obviously will make his decision. Whatever it's going to be, it's going to be. There's nothing we can do about that. He's obviously it's very close, or may even be made up his mind by now. And we'll both sides will have to deal with whatever his decision is. Best case is we win. Worst case is we lose.
But what does we win mean? Does we win mean we just move on from Wilder?
No obligation to Deontay's side.
And no financial retribution either. Is that a win, or is a win to you still being able to pay him but move on?
Well, for us for this side to get a win-win, that's the best. That's the best situation. If there's a financial consideration, obviously, we'll if that's what the if that's what the arbitrator says, then obviously it's something that everybody's going to have to look at and live with or not.
So, Frank, to the best of your knowledge, why do you think we are here with Wilder Fury 3 when we've seen PBC do 3 pay-per-views during the pandemic? Charlo Brothers did a pay-per-view, Gervonta Davis, Leo Santa Cruz, and even Earl Spence, Danny Garcia. I mean, why can't Wilder Fury be on pay-per-view? It seems like we're paying for him over here.
Well, I'm quite sure if it's on, that it will be.
Well, I mean, why that third fight? Why has the third fight become an issue?
Why is it an issue? Because the preferred route is for Tyson to fight AJ for the 4 belts. Obviously, he fought him once and got robbed, and the second fight he did a job on him. What is there to prove?
Well, the first fight was a draw, so the contract was null and void, which means there was no rematch clause for either man. So then Wilder gave him a second fight with a rematch clause. Fury wins, and now we're here.
Yep. And if we can, as I say, that the preferred option is as I said, that's what Tyson wants, and that's what all of surely that's what all the boxing world want, to see the two guys that are holding the belts between them get it on. As a fan, you would want that.
How different is this situation from Andy Ruiz and AJ when Andy beat AJ and wanted to, take the belts, right? Yeah. There was some rhetoric and headlines that he was trying not to face AJ in the rematch.
I think the difference is between it, according to what you're telling me, is that Wilder's in shape.
That's an Arsenal thing. He's Arsenal fan.
Okay. So the second fight would be a little bit more entertaining than AJ Ruiz. I
would hope.
What else?
I have 2 questions. I have 2 questions I want to ask. I'm not sure if I heard Mr. Warren's take on the YouTube world entering boxing. Jake Paul taking on the world of boxing right now and bringing his fans over.
Let's get your take on the I got your hat. Did you see that? And did you think that was build up, or was Floyd genuinely upset and felt disrespected by Jake Paul?
I would like to think it was genuine. He certainly weren't too happy about it, and I'm sure he could give the weight away and do whatever he wanted to do.
Wow, that was a little that was interesting. Do you think that does well?
Yeah, because there's people out there who buy into this stuff. They're freak shows, aren't they? It's the car crash that you slow down instead of driving past and not watching. You slow down and watch it. And these YouTuber guys, I appreciate all their endeavors, all their hard work they do to get themselves fit and get into the ring and fight each other at the level they're at. But the level they're at is nowhere near I mean, how can you even talk about these guys? His name in on the same level as even at his age of a Floyd Mayweather, or even as he's the other. Was it the brother was calling out Tyson's brother Tommy? I mean, they're just, I'm not a fan of these things, but when he was calling out Tommy, I said he could have the fight, and I genuinely meant that. For me, that's a gift for Tommy Fury, a gift, if they want it. But they call everybody out. It's all publicity stunts and so forth. It's great promotion. They obviously got their followers who buy into this stuff. I don't think they're true boxing fans because they can't be, because they probably don't know what they're looking at. But they buy into this stuff, and good luck to everybody. They make a few dollars out of it. They do well out of it. So who am I to knock them? But as the level of what they are as a fighter, I can knock that because they're total novices. I don't think they'd win a British amateur title.
Frank, why haven't you sent him an offer?
Well, look, he called Tommy out. We said we'd do it. There's a really straightforward cut through all the crap. Just go 50-50 and put it, cut it down the middle between the two of them. Then he came back.
So wait, you think Tommy deserves 50 in a Jake Paul fight?
I was just about to go on to say to you, Tommy Fury's not a nobody over here. He was on a reality show.
No, I know.
Was watched by a lot of people, a lot of people, and he's very well known over here. He's also the brother of Tyson Fury, which it's not like he don't bring anything to the party. And I'm sure Tyson would be coming along to support him if this fight happened, which would obviously add a lot to it. And he's also, I'm not sure the exact amount, but he's got 3 or 4 million followers himself.
Now, Frank, I think it's public knowledge that Jake got like 700,000, right, for his last fight, something like that, maybe 1 million. Why not just make him the offer, put it on BT, and look for US pay-per-view with ESPN?
Because he's with Triller. He's with Triller.
Oh, so there's a contract. You're sure there's a contract?
We contacted them.
Oh, perfect. That's all we want to hear. We just want to hear that Frank's done his due diligence to get Tommy this biggest fight. I think it's a huge fight.
David, we contacted him. Contacted him. Said, look, we want to do the fight. We put it on BT in the UK and put it on Triller around the rest of the world.
Okay.
Let's just do it.
I got a 2-part question I want to ask Mr. Warren, if you don't mind. One is, what is your take on Triller making the splash into boxing with the purse bid win for Teofimo Lopez? That's the first question I have to ask. What is your take on that? And two, you can start there first.
Sorry, the second question?
No, answer the first one. It's a little longer.
Oh, right. The first one. Well, the first one is, I think it's brilliant. The more the merrier. It broadens the sports horizons, more eyeballs. It makes it more lucrative for the boxers and for everybody involved. I'm delighted. I think it's great. Bring on another Triller.
Awesome.
I hope they open one up in the Philippines. They have a Triller in Manila.
Wow. So my second part question is, how negatively or positively has the Dazn deal with Matchroom affected Queensberry and BT Promotions, BT Sports, my apologies, business in the UK?
Well, it hasn't affected us at all. It remains to be seen what happens in the UK. Sky, who I used to be with, who I basically launched their boxing, a very big platform in the UK. Sky had have around, I'm not sure the exact number, say around 10 million subscribers, and they've got a great, they've got the news channel, they've got various other channels, which enables great promotion of fights. That was really the machine that built Anthony Joshua in the UK.
Right.
They're very good at what they do. So that won't be there now for Matchroom, because obviously they're on Dazn. Dazn is over here. You can buy it for £1.99. So I don't know how that model works. We will see. And as regarding BT, well, BT are a company, believe it or not. They're 3 times the size of Sky TV, and they've only been in boxing now for just on 3 years. And in 3 years, we've built a big platform up and brought through a number of big name fighters, including Tyson Fury and a couple of names you mentioned earlier, and Billy Joe Saunders. You know, he won a couple of titles on there. So we've built quite a few young fighters and brought a couple of fighters back. And we've got some great young talent coming through, which I know you're going to love in the next 12 months to 18 months when they get into bigger fights. So, you know, we're great. We've got a fantastic long-term deal with BT, and they're brilliant partners for us to work with.
Awesome. Would you be looking to maybe do one-off deals with Sky at some point now that they have finished their deals with Matchroom?
Well, no, we have an exclusive contract with BT.
Perfect.
So they're our exclusive broadcasters.
My other question I have is Willie Hutchinson. When are we going to see him in the ring again?
Well, I'm hoping we get him out in the summer. I mean, I've got to be honest, I was totally shocked by that result. I don't mean that being disrespectful to Lennox Clark, who was a guy with no amateur experience. And Willie had a wealth of, he was the most decorated amateur boxer from Scotland. And he was looking really good as a pro, and it was quite a shock on the night. But Lennox done a fabulous job as far as he was concerned. So he's got a tough road back, but I think he's got it in him to come back, and hopefully we'll get a rematch down the road for him.
Nice.
We're going to fire off a couple from the people here as quick as possible before you run out of time. And if you did run out of time, please let us know. You've already answered this one and any others that I may read out. We're just giving them, their shout out. So Dual Ingram asked the same thing Francis did about, are you looking to strike a deal with Sky? But you've already answered that you're in a long-term exclusive BT Sports deal. We got Majid in Orlando says, being that AJ versus Fury hasn't officially made it, is it fair to assume Wilder mediation slowing down the progress of AJ Fury fight as far as the big site fee is concerned?
No, it has no bearing on it at all.
So the site fee wouldn't be used to cover Wilder's, let's say, whatever he had to be awarded if you guys didn't get a win-win and you only got a win-lose.
If he got awarded anything financially, that's something obviously will have to be looked at. But it's not slowed down the negotiations with the Middle Eastern country.
But again, specifically, his pay won't come out of the site fee. That would be between, I guess, you and Bob to come up with whatever needs to be paid for Wilder.
I'm sure if it goes the other way, that's something that obviously will have to be considered.
David Maldonado, New York City says, what's up, Mr. Warren? Question, do you think Canelo has passed Julio Cesar Chavez as the greatest Mexican of all time? And if Canelo beats Plant, Charlo, Benavidez, and Beterbiev, would you rate him above Floyd Mayweather as the greatest of all time? If not, then what else must he do to get that title?
I don't think he's the greatest Mexican of all time. We'll determine that at the end of his career. Let's see where he goes and whatever fights. I don't think you can determine who's the greatest fighter until their career ends, and then you can look at both of their careers retrospectively and make that decision. He's a great fighter, Canelo. He's done everything that's been asked of him. He's very strong. But I'm a fan, but I was a massive fan of Chavez. I think he was a great fighter. And the other question, if he beats all those guys, would it make him a best fighter ever? I don't rate. I mean, I like Floyd Mayweather, and he's the best of his generation. But for me, I don't feel he's the best fighter that I've seen.
Brandon in Cincinnati says, Canelo versus Bud Crawford, who's your pound-for-pound number one?
I think at the moment, pound-for-pound number one probably is Canelo, isn't he? I mean, he's done everything that's been asked of him at the moment.
Steve in the UK. Hi, Frank. Thanks for coming on the show. Do you think Sonny Edwards gets the credit he deserves globally for his win against Methylane? And what's next for him? I'll keep it short this time, Ness. Once again, thanks for coming on the show. P.S. Supplementary question, if allowed. Is there a movie being made about your life? Steve in the UK.
Right. I think Sonny Edwards boxed brilliantly. I mean, he was an underdog in that fight, fighting the ring number one flyweight, and he took him to school. It was a magnificent performance. And what we want to do next time is try and get him a unification fight. So we're working on that. And is there a movie being made about me? No, but there's a documentary that BT made that's out on BT at the moment.
Oh, congrats.
Yep.
James Valdez from San Antonio. I can imagine that working in the U.S. has had its challenges, but what is one of the things you have enjoyed from this process thus far? It's been good having the UK come in and change the landscape of boxing here in the U.S.
Listen, I've had a great time in the US. You know, when I took Nassim Hamed out there in the mid-90s, it changed a lot of the ring entrances. I mean, we did all those ring entrances, and everybody started saying they were over the top and so forth. Now everybody's doing them. That was good fun. I love it. The American audiences are fabulous. There's nowhere like boxing at, say, Madison Square Gardens or in Vegas. They're tremendous occasions. And and I love them. I love the atmosphere, and they're obviously very, the US audiences are very, very supportive and responsive. I love that, and I also love the UK audiences. They're brilliant. There's no one like the British supporters. They get behind their men, as you've probably seen over the years with the likes of Ricky Hatton and so forth. The amount of fans that travel to go to support their guys.
We got Emmanuel. What Rep It says, what do you think is next for Warrington post KO defeat versus Laura? And do you see him beating a top 130 pounder in the world?
Well, I was a big fan. I'm a supporter. He won his world title with me, and we got him his dream, putting it on in his hometown in the soccer stadium there. I was surprised that he vacated his title. And I was surprised that he fought at the weight he did in his last fight. But, he got beaten, and he sort of... I was quite... I keep saying I was surprised. I was. The way it just sort of fell apart for him. He's got to regroup and come back. He's a good little fighter. Hopefully he can do that. He can get himself back together and try and win his title back.
Frank, now that you're not with him, can you let us know a little more detail as to why we didn't get that Shakur Stevenson unification? Because Shakur makes it sound like he was willing to come to Leeds, and he just wasn't being offered a good offer. Now we know he got offered. I mean, he made $400,000 versus no one on ESPN, so he's obviously making good money.
He was. We offered him more than 400,000.
No, of course, but
much more. Look, sometimes people want fights, sometimes they don't. There's ways to accept fights and ways not to, and one way is to not to accept a fight. And I'm not talking. We know now what happened with Josh, but at that time he was looked and was doing the business and looked a really good fighter. The other ways you get out of fight is to ask for money that can't be met. That's how it is. He had the opportunity. We made him a good offer. We improved on the offer, but unfortunately he chose not to do it.
Wow. So you made him 2 offers to Shakur Stevenson.
Yeah. We made, not him personally, but to his team, to his promoter. Yeah.
Oh, to his promoter, Bob. So James Prince wasn't there. James Prince didn't.
I didn't speak to James Prince. I spoke to Top Rank.
Okay, so I went to Bob first. All right, last one, Frank. Thank you for your time. It's coming from Essex here in New Jersey. Well, I'm no longer in New Jersey, but Essex in New Jersey says, good morning, Frank. Please wish my son Almari a happy birthday. Why haven't you made any significant efforts over the years to sign any stateside fighters in order to expand your global reach? Good question. Why don't you have any American fighters?
Most importantly, happy birthday, Amiria. Regarding, look, I launched Showbox with Showtime over there many years ago.
Wow.
I've been involved with American fighters, and over the years, good fighters like Barrera won his world title with me, and many guys. At the moment, we've been focusing on building our brand on BT, and they focus on British boxers. Obviously, we're looking at other situations now, and hopefully within the next few months, you're going to be pleased with what we're doing.
Definitely.
Hey, Mr. Warren, I have some fun questions just before you leave. Just real quick. I hope you find them fun. Just to let the people know, before a big fight, right? What is a pre-fight meal?
What did you eat before the Fury Wilder fight?
Right.
That was the biggest fight. Would you consider that the biggest fight of your career or no?
No, one of them.
See?
You know, Mike Tyson, Frank Bruno.
Okay.
Yeah.
Big fight. You know, we've done quite a few big fights over the years. Yeah, it was. Well, listen, it's up there in the top ones, no doubt about that. One of the best performances, if not the best performance of a British fighter in an American ring, especially in that second fight through Tyson. What do I eat?
Yeah. What is your?
I don't have fighter. I don't have to worry about that, do I? What I'm going to eat. I like to go and have a nice glass of wine, and wherever I am, eating a local fare and enjoying it.
Beautiful. And just a post-fight celebration. Like, what is that? Okay, this event is over. It's all done. It's time to relax and then get started again on Monday. What is that post-fight guilty pleasure that Mr. Warren likes to have?
Even more wine.
Even more wine. I love it. Are you into Marvel at all?
Sorry?
Are you into Marvel?
The universe. Marvel, like the comic book universe, the world.
Show you something. Stay there. I'm going to show you.
He's got the Iron Man mask.
Right into Marvel. Right. Well, guys, I'll do a bit of advertising here. Let me open this up. It only came through today.
Surprise.
Stay with me, boys.
No problem. Captain America.
Ooh.
Nice. All right. See?
I'm in the Marvel.
You're in the Marvel.
so, Mr. Warren, if you were a superhero, what would be your superhero power?
Mine?
Yes.
Yeah.
My superhero's power would be making Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua.
That tells us it's not going to happen. What's up with that? Yo. Oh, man.
That's a good one.
Frank, why can't we get Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury in America? Why wouldn't they fight in America?
Because it doesn't make economic sense. You know, it needs to be over this side of the world. Because for what it is, it's two Brits. You know,
so let me ask you a question. If there was no COVID, you don't think AJ and Fury can sell out Jerry's World? If they could sell out Wembley, why can't they? I mean, if Hatton can bring 30, didn't he bring 30? I mean, you would know better than me. He brought 30 for Floyd. If he brought 30,000 for Floyd, AJ and Fury can't bring 70?
What do we want to? What do I want to challenge the fans' pockets for? Having to buy airline tickets and book hotels when
that is true.
Watch it in the country.
Very true. I mean, they're going to the Middle East.
Rule Britannia. We want it here.
Well, Frank, man, thank you so much. We appreciate your time as always, and wish you the best of luck.
Thank you so very much.
Thank you, guys. You have a lovely day. All the best to you. Thank you.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Promoter Frank Warren. That was wow, that was really good. Like, I was really into that. You know what I'm saying? It was pretty fun.
Yeah, right.
And he made us laugh a lot, man. That was good. Yes. You know,
that's all you need, right?
It slipped my mind when because you know, him being a Marvel fan, I told you so many men are comic book fans. We need that sponsorship, but I wanted to ask, has he ever smoked one with Bob? I didn't ask that. Like, I was about to ask that when he was doing the wine. He was like, and then he said more wine. I was about to jump in right there, and then you went to the Marvel, and I got happy with him being a Marvel fan and forgot. But I wanted to ask,
Bob be out there, you know what I'm saying?
Have you ever smoked one with the Bob father? Like, you gotta smoke one with Bob before you die.
This is what I want to know. Because like when you go, if Snoop passed it to you, I mean, like you got to do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if the Bob father, you having a meeting and he just pulls one out and start lighting it in the middle of a meeting and pass it to you, are you gonna take it or are you gonna turn it down? Like,
I'm taking it.
Like, what?
I'm taking it, dude. There be people in my cipher that don't smoke, and I always subconsciously just pass to them by mistake. You know what I'm saying? And they like, oh, nah, I don't smoke. I was like, oh, my bad. You don't? You wild. You need to start. Yo, if you want to call in and voice your opinion, 1-425-569-5241. Don't forget to add Nestor Gibbs on Skype to be part of the conversation as well. Remember, outside of our fantastic interview with Frank Warren, we're also talking Canelo versus Caleb Plant. Plant was on the Michael Coppinger and Pug podcast where he says, I'll let you hear what he says. I don't want to put words in my boy Plant mouth. I'm trying to keep him coming on the show.
Payday. You want payday. I know that.
I know that you're not going to just take any deal. You know, there's no fight yet. The deal has to be right. And if it's not right, you have other options in the PBC universe with whether it's Jamal Charlo or David Benavidez, right?
I mean, at the end of the day, I do have a lot of options. You know, there's a lot of big fights to be made, a lot of money to be made, and a lot of fights that the fans want to see. And so I do have a lot of options. But, you know, at the end of the day, I'm not.
A lot of fights that the fans want to see. What you want to see as a fan with Caleb in it?
I mean, the first one off the top would be Benavidez.
I would say Canelo would be my first.
Right. I got to challenge him on something, though, he said,
What?
though. Because he said that there's a lot of big fights to be made.
Yes.
So, but big fights to fighters and fans are two different things.
Well, he said both. He said big fights to be made that the fans like or some shit. Let me back it up a little bit.
Want to see. And so I do have a lot of money to be made.
Benavidez, right?
I mean, at the end of the day, I do have a lot of options. You know, there's a lot of big fights to be made, a lot of money to be made, and a lot of fights that the fans want to see. And so I do have a lot of options.
See, a lot of fights to be made, a lot of big fights to be made, a lot of money to be made, and a lot of fights that the fans want to see. So you want to see Plant versus Benavidez. I want to see Plant versus Canelo.
Given, yeah.
What else?
Definitely. Honestly, I wouldn't mind like seeing Daniel Jacobs take on Caleb Plant, man. He is 68.
Okay, so you're really giving him options.
Yeah, that'd be a nice fight that he could have at 68.
He's saying Jacobs. Okay.
You never thought about that one, huh?
I mean, I ain't think about it, but Jacobs is also like on the other side of the street.
Yeah. Obviously, who was the 68? 68. Who was 68? That's pretty much what you looking for.
I mean, I want to see him fight Anthony Durrell.
The dog?
Nah, I'm fucking with y'all.
I was about to say, you cap it. You cap it, man. Yeah, but that's pretty much it right now. Who else at 68, man? Unless you're going to fight, who's that? Marotta?
Nah, Marotta 60.
60, see? So, nah,
Marotta, Toyota Corolla, Marotta, he's 60.
He can fight Boo Boy at 68. Yo, give my man Boo Boy fight at 68, Plant.
I mean,
give my man Boo Boy fight at 68.
I mean, listen, when he says he got options, are we just throwing anything at the wall, see what stick, or are those fights that we really want?
Think that can happen, right?
No, fuck, think they can want. Like, do we want Boo Boo Plant? Like, have we?
See that.
Yeah, but you like to see it. Ain't nobody ever asked for that shit.
Never.
You just made that shit up in your head right now.
But you never thought about the style of you talking about two slick fighters. You know what I'm saying?
Man. Nah, I'm not talking about. No, see, you looking at it. You looking at it like right now. I'm looking at it like this. Like, Boo Boo already been moving up. He already a small dude. No disrespect. Even his Canelo, right? He started late or small and moving up. So yeah, it's the same argument. But Boo Boo was at 54, 60. Now 68, like, Plant's a natural 68. So Boo Boo's at a disadvantage. He's at a disadvantage. But, I mean, if that's the fight y'all want, I mean...
They would say Charlo would be a disadvantage.
I'm just saying, by saying Boo Boo and Caleb Plant is a decent fight, is like giving him an option not to take the Canelo fight because it's like, oh, well, if you don't fight Canelo, we wouldn't mind Andre Plant. And I'm like, yo, Andre Plant isn't a bad fight, but it's also not Canelo motherfucking Plant.
Obviously, listen, the goal is undisputed. That's both fighters.
Bro, I don't even care about undisputed. I'm talking about them two styles. Yo, listen, those are two dudes, like, people don't even want to say it. Those are two dudes that don't supposed to look the way they look when they fight, man. Like, let's just be real. Them dudes,
I like they're not supposed to look that way.
Them dudes both, yo, one dude's supposed to be looking like motherfucking Jorge Cotto. You know what I'm saying? And the other dude's supposed to be looking like motherfucking Alexander. What's my man? Who Frank Sanchez just fought.
Negro?
Nah. That's what Frank Sanchez. Oh, Frank Sanchez fought Negron. Yeah. No, he didn't. You tripping. Right. He didn't fight on the Canelo card on Negron. Frank Sanchez just fought that dude, that MMA dude, like Alexander something like that. Right? Am I lying or am I fucking up his
I'm
name?
gonna tell you right now.
Pretty sure he fought like some weird looking dude on TV. That shit was looking so corny, that fight. He was looking corny, that fight. And, I don't know, man. Listen, bottom line is like this. If you ain't from the UK, right? If you ain't from the UK, there's no American white fighter better than Plant.
Who? Oh, Nagy Aguilar.
But Nagy Aguilar, that was on the Canelo card.
Yeah,
I'm talking about the dude before that. Who would say? Alexander what?
No, Julian Fernandez.
What?
Look, Frank Sanchez, right?
Yeah.
And then Brian Howard was after that. The highlight reel.
Damn,
now.
So was it
You
Luis
mixing us up?
Ortiz? I don't know. Somebody fought some dude named Alexander, and that shit was whack, man. Dude was looking crazy. I gotta look up Frank Sanchez and look up that dude's face. I'll tell you. But
yeah, man. The Dominican Nagy, y'all tripping, man.
yeah, no, Nagy Aguilera is Dominican.
The Dominican Nagy.
He's actually the Dominican Nightmare, I think his name is.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Dang, he took your name.
No, I took his name. He out here getting beat up. I'm undefeated with that name, man. Yo, I actually sparred somebody that lost to Nagy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Nigga lost to Nagy.
But yo, listen, man, we take it at this time. Y'all go ahead and smash that thumbs up button, man. We have over 500, plus in here right now watching and listening around the world. We appreciate you so very much.
Yo, where all them people wanted to spar Francis? He in Florida, though. Where you at? Where they at, right?
Hey, yo, shout out to my man Adrian. Bro.
He brought his
Adrian,
equipment, man.
Adrian, we gonna get some agents at your friends. We not gonna spar as Adrian. I haven't worked out in a minute. Adrian,
Nah, dog, they trying to listen, they trying to fill you out so then they know whether or not they can fight you.
Yeah, that's what it
Don't
is.
do it. I lost some big fights because of that.
Oh, did you?
I mean,
a
lot of dudes on the pound for pound list know Ness personally, man.
I love it. But yo, while you're at it, go ahead and smash that thumbs up button, man. It really does help with the growth and the visibility of the show. Also, the red and blue button is join and subscribe. You know what to do with it. Get a part of the family. Also, check out Patreon because we have a lot of content up there. You know what I'm saying? A lot of our Untitled shows and stuff like that is on Patreon.
We got Boo Boo Andre Friday. That's
Yes,
tomorrow.
we do.
That's
Yes, we
tomorrow. So let me find a picture of Boo Boo and get that post ready for y'all.
While you do that,
I mean, not Boo Boo Andre. We got his dad because his dad making more noise. Nah,
Mr.
nah,
Andre, man. Mr.
He
Andre
ain't making more. I'm just teasing, yo.
Mr. Andre gonna be on the show tomorrow.
Yeah, we got Paul Andre Mañanas.
And we're gonna talk.
Yo, it's crazy. It's already Friday, yo.
Yeah.
Life be just
time
flying.
is moving. So yeah, man. So at the same time, June the 12th, man, Watertown, Wisconsin.
Yes,
is going
Francis
down.
is in Florida.
Yeah.
So yeah, Cash App, Ness GTO, like yeah, he needs the smoke. Yeah. Nah, he ain't. Nope. He ain't buy none. Yup. Send that shit. Send that shit. This nigga's a hamster. Yo.
But yeah, y'all know what to do, man. Watertown, Wisconsin, June the 12th. If you can be there, trust me, man, be there. It's gonna be a great show. These fights is gonna be explosive. It's gonna be an amazing experience. We'd love to have it with you if you can be there. You know, tickets are already on sale. General admission is $35. VIP $70. You got $500 tables. You know what I'm saying? 5 people, bottle service, the whole 9 yards. Food's going to be in the building. You're going to have, you know what I'm saying? Everything's going to be on deck. Ring car girls, the whole 9. The DJ's going to be bumping. And then we're going to go on the lake, you know what I'm saying? Have a great time together after all of that. But yeah, we thank you so very much, Border Wars. Shout out to all our sponsors, Bravos, you know what I'm saying, in the UK. Shout out to Coach Xavier Miller. Nas, we appreciate you very much. Y'all coming out of fasting right now. So, you know, hope everybody is still good over there. Also, shout out to Adrian Clark, man. Protect yourself at all times, Nas. You know what I'm saying, for supplying, you know what I'm saying, our
Don't
fighters.
forget to check out the YouTube channel.
Yes,
all the
yes.
episodes are out, man. You can see the whole series. And remember, we about to turn that into a movie now. It's about to be a movie, dog.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the IBO. You know what I'm saying? Always there supporting us. Shout out to all of you, man, that signed up and be a part of it. We still looking for some fighters if you want to fight.
We need a heavyweight, man.
We need a heavyweight,
man.
We need a
147. You said 147 pounder?
And 75 pounder. And a 75 pounder.
There you go.
So that hits hard. So, yo, listen, man. Border Wars 11. 30-something days away, man. It's around the corner. Let's do this, man. Let's do this.
Yeah, Paul Andre, the father of Boo Boo, Demetrius Andre, will be live tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. on our morning show. So, yes, you can catch him here. That's where he'll be.
Get your questions, man. Y'all seen what happened.
Get your questions ready.
Shout out to Coach Midday. Shout out to everybody in the UK. But, yeah, that's what's happening for our event that we're taking place. Definitely was on the grounds in Wisconsin. The live fat chant went pretty well. So we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, they got great internet. You know what I'm saying?
That shit was awesome, man.
Yo, my girl was like, the stream was good, but she like, get that decor up. That decor was I'm going to have to bring all the backdrops.
Yeah, you're going to have to, yeah.
All of them.
Yeah, they all got to come.
All of them. Yo, Nest GTO, Instagram and Twitter. Don't forget you can add Nesta Gibbs on Skype. Be part of the conversation. We're going out to these callers.
Let's go.
Let's do it. Did we do this already?
Nope. Subscribe to youtube.com/theboxingvoice for the latest and greatest interviews with your favorite fighters.
I mean, even though Frank wasn't a fighter, he was more like a promoter.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
That's all right, man. That's all right. Let me go to these callers. Who's up? Remember the number to call in, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1, one time. Voice your opinion right here. Voice of the People hotline. We're going to... this is Richie, right? Richie in Harlem. What up? Rich, what up?
Hello?
Yep.
Yeah, you can hear me?
Yep.
Okay, now what I was going to say is Caleb Plant is going to fuck up if he don't take that fight because he don't got nobody else to fight. He's not trying to take risks. That's why he's been sitting out waiting for September. He ain't trying to fight David Benavidez and he ain't trying to fight Charlo. Those are the only 2 fights that he can get because if not, who else he's going to fight over there? Anthony Durrell? And he don't really generate views like that, like he thinks he does. So that's what's gonna fuck him up as far as negotiations with Canelo.
He's always done a million plus, man. He do views on Fox.
Yeah, but he's never even fought on pay-per-view. Daniel Jacobs and Sergey Kovalev both had already done pay-per-views before even fighting Canelo.
Yep, I agree.
So that's where he's gonna end up pricing him out. And if Canelo, because there's the thing, there's what a lot of people ain't realizing. There's about to be an undisputed champ at 175, and whoever becomes undisputed, Canelo could just fight them, and go for undisputed there too. If undisputed is really what he wants to do, and then another thing he could do is if Caleb Plant don't want to take the fighting prices himself out, he could just freeze him out. Because if Canelo can fight David Benavidez or Charlo, and they're gonna pick fighting Canelo over Plant all day.
Yep.
So he's just gonna end up fucking it up for himself. Because if not, who else he's gonna fight that he can make even close to making 8 figures? Because he's not gonna make that fighting Charlo. He's not gonna make that fighting David.
Nobody. I'm with you, Richie. But yo, you know what I just thought of?
What's that?
Bruh, 8 million pay-per-view upside. Wow. That's good.
Yeah.
Billy got 8 flat. If you on fighting on Fox, pay-per-view upside.
That's crazy.
If you ain't fighting on Fox, then you got to raise that number.
You got to raise that number, yeah.
Frank made an excellent point. That's why I love talking to other people. Frank said he's American. He just brings more to the table.
Automatically.
That's crazy. I ain't think that because, for me, Billy and Plant, they on the same level in terms of stardom because of I'm a boxing fan. But you see, they looking at it like economics.
The economics of it is definitely there.
The ticket sales. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. So Plant automatically getting more. That's crazy. I'm glad we spoke to Frank, who's a promoter and would have to pay people, because I didn't even think of that as an option. I didn't think, you're from America, you automatically make more money. But it does make sense because you're from America. You should be able to bring in more ticket sales than Billy Joe did.
Exactly, because you don't have hotels and
flight
and travel
everything.
And all that stuff.
You got
and if you're going to come all the way there, you got to make it a holiday. You ain't about to just come out here and just, you know what I'm saying? You have to,
bro. Floyd out here promoting his fight for the 5th, telling dudes to get in on the 3rd. He like, get on it on the 3rd. The fight on the 6th on a Sunday. Get in on the 3rd.
Yeah.
Let's make it a holiday.
Yeah.
Yo, Floyd out here selling that shit with Logan. Yeah, with Logan, he working hard. Reyes, talk to me.
Hey, how you guys doing, this?
Oh, man, loving
Good
it.
morning.
Another day of boxing talk with you, my friend. How are you?
I'm good, man.
Good
You
to hear
guys
it.
started off the show really good. You guys stated some pretty good questions regarding plant options, over at the PBC. But the way I see it is, man, is Caleb Plant's he's been talking about Undisputed for the last 2 years. He said he wanted all the belts, so it's like this is his chance to do it. Who else is he gonna fight? And regarding about, you were asking questions about how much he should make or for this fight. I think a solid 10 is a good place to start, just because he already said 7 figures. So I'm thinking, they're obviously going to negotiate. But if you give him a solid 10, then maybe they can go to like 12, a little bit below Jacobs, if that's how much he got. And, because Jacobs had 1 loss going into the Canelo fight, and Kovalev, he already had a couple losses
Good
too. So I
point.
think a solid 10 is a good place to start.
Good point. He
It's
got
like a
an
solid place
undefeated
to start.
record. Damn, I didn't. You see, when we was trying to value him, we didn't think the O is worth more. Kovalev was already a loser 2 times to Ward. Well, 1 was controversial, but he did lose twice to Ward and to Eldilio Alvarez, and still got 14 mil.
Exactly.
And Jacobs still lost to Dmitry Pirog by knockout, and then lost to Gennady.
And he's not American. So he's not going to bring an audience like that.
Kovalev.
Right.
Yeah, but that was different. We paid him that because it's like, we about to make history, so we was trying to pluck him. Yo, good point, Reyes. Good point.
Yeah, so that's how I'm just thinking like a solid 10 is a good place to start. I remember Golden Boy, they were even offering Triple G a couple years back, like an 8-figure deal, and fans were making fun of that. So we all know Triple G already put in the work, Jacobs put in the work, Kovalev put in the work. So I think Plant, man, you guys had some really good points in the beginning of the show, man. Like, what other options are there? And I just hope he don't price himself out, because we just want to see good fights, and I don't know, man. I just hope it's an easy thing to make, as Frank Warren said that he thinks that there's going to be a deal reached. So
I don't know, man.
That's all I got on that, man. But yeah,
all right. Well, I think the zone still offers Caleb a deal. What's the over-under that they don't just say, here's 10 million, here's 14 million, let's do 1 fight. What's the over-under that they say, here's 10 million, here's 14 million, plus 2 fight options at 3, 4, 5 million?
They won't do it because it did with Al Heyman.
Nah, they did it to Kovalev, bro.
They said you remember the deal they had with Wilder, and they walked away because
but that's different.
Right?
He's Wilder. He's a heavyweight. If you a promoter and you got network deals, you don't give up a heavyweight champion.
Yeah, but think about it though. If Caleb Plant, who doesn't have opportunity to win, wins, Al just gave away his undisputed fighter.
He didn't give away, man. He's
doing a deal with him.
He's doing the same thing with Charles Martin. He sent them to go make the stupid bag. It's like, listen, bro, go get that baggity bag.
And come back. Right.
And come back.
Yeah.
Come back. Now, if you could come back a champ, then you come back like Andy.
Right.
Then you come back like Andy. But let me get to some of these super chats. Thank you to everybody that wants to engage in the conversation. YouTube sent us some $5 love. We got to Gunner, who called Plant El Pato, a.k.a. a duck, saying pricing himself out. Show Kid, who's fighting Mario, says Eddie is smart. He not going to let the money stop Canelo from making history. What is Plant supposed to pay me? Less? What is Plant supposed to say? Pay me less? He's going to get 10 or better. 10 is starting to sound good. 10, listen, if they could do it on Fox, they might as well do 8, 10 upside. 8 with pay-per-view upside is good, because Canelo doing $1 million.
Yeah.
He doing $1 million. Yo, that's good. You know what I'm saying? You get, imagine how many dollars they give him. 2, 4, 6?
$6, yeah.
How many dollars you get per pay-per-view? You know what I'm saying? What they give
crazy,
you?
Yeah.
Now if they only give you $1, then you only made, an extra $1 million.
Yeah.
But you feel me? I doubt it's gonna be $1. Like you gotta be worth more than $1.
Big facts. Big facts. Who else
But
on
I
the line?
forgot he was undefeated. That worth some money. And now we found out from Frank
that he's American.
And that's worth money. So not only does he get being undefeated money, he gets being American money. Then he gets having the last belt money. And do I say it?
His numbers.
Am I gonna be called corny for
Does he
this?
have numbers?
Am I gonna be called corny for this?
For what?
To Al, marketability wise, I said that all wrong, but whatever. Y'all get the fucking point. To Al.
Mm-hmm.
Can he sell America the last great white hope?
Boom.
I mean,
boom.
I said it. Because people get it confused. They be thinking Caleb like Mexican or like, half black. Nah, he just got hella swag.
It's that Vegas 10, man.
Yeah, he got
Vegas
hella swag,
yeah.
but like my man is still the only legit Caucasian boxer. Like what other boxer out there? Because Fury is from the UK. You know, it's different. Yeah. Like what other American Caucasian boxers out here that ain't even...
That's actually like...
Ain't nobody else. Joe Smith?
Yeah.
And he's blue collar.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's not the Flash. He's not like,
got the old school Chevy.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, listen. Joe Smith's whole theme is blue collar. I work with the union. Yo, Keller Plant like a model. My man out here with like hard bottoms and photography shoots with his girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a different Sonny Kanto, but he's young Jedi. He's not even in the Sonny Kanto. He's Italian and he's coming, but he just getting back from an injury. He not even in this conversation. But that's a good one for us to keep in mind. And that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what Al may be thinking I have. Like, there's a movie called The Great White Hope. Yeah. Like, this shit isn't some phrase I'm making up. That phrase is in boxing for many years.
JD Spades is funny.
Who?
JD Spades.
What'd he say? Let me see.
Cornflakes.
Cornflake Lamar. Shout out to Cornflake, you hater. Don't be hating on my man Flake. Yo,
Flake,
JB.
what up, boy?
Yeah, word. JB Cinema says, honestly, I feel if Plant doesn't take this fight, I don't see him getting this kind of purse ever again. It'll probably take Plant the rest of his career to make what Canelo can offer. I don't know about that. Like, let's say you get offered 8, Francis. You don't think Plant can make 8, or would it take the rest of his career to make that 8?
Ask me that one again. Sorry, somebody's asking me a question that again. Ask me.
You don't. If Plant don't take this fight,
yes.
Do you think it would take the rest of his career to make that $8 million?
No. Negative.
Keep in mind.
Negative.
Keep in mind, Charlo's getting what? $2 million? The most he got, 1.5. Didn't he get 1.5 his last fight for Derevyanchenko? Something like that? Dog, you better look it up.
Negative. Can I tell you why negative?
Why?
Because when Canelo wins, if it doesn't happen, Canelo at some point is gonna drop the belts and move on.
Mm-hmm.
Caleb Plant's young. He still can gain the belts and still make his
all right, so if he had all the belts, let me tell you something. If he had all the belts, you think he could pay Billy Joe $8 million?
Oh, Caleb?
Yeah.
Yes.
So
I think Alden will come up with that.
So you saying Al would have done Billy Joe Plant on pay-per-view?
Yeah. Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
Yo, ask the chat.
No, you asked the chat. This dude said he would
Plant Billy Joe Saunders Undisputed. It wouldn't be on pay-per-view?
No. Plant Billy Joe Saunders. That's it.
With a belt.
Fight. Yeah, whatever. They WBO, they IBF. They would have been unifying. How they gonna pay?
Not with Billy's inactivity. He'd have to have a little more activity. But yeah.
He couldn't put that on pay-per-view?
I think he could.
Yo, dog.
I think he could.
Yo.
No, I really do think
Canelo did that because he is Canelo.
I understand. But like,
you tripping. I'm done.
So you saying Andy's Andy then? Who else? Who just went?
Yeah, you fucked up, man.
No. Charlo's then?
What you mean?
Because they just did their first pay-per-view, right? And he's having his undisputed fight, which is Jamel, and it's not on pay-per-view.
Well, you know why? Because they only did 120.
So It's the same thing I'm saying. But you got to remember, the UK is going to bring their audience. You have an American fighter with a UK fighter. So it's U.S. versus the UK in terms of a boxing.
You heard what Frank said, man.
What did he say?
He ain't worth that in America, man. That's what he said, man. His value is out there in the United Kingdom.
Nah, bro, you can't get that over there, yo.
Nah, man. Yo, but what rep it says, Nello can walk away, leave Plant facing David Benham. That's what I'm saying. These dudes acting like, oh no, he said he want to undispute, so because he said it, he got to do it no matter what. Get the fuck out of here. I tried. You making it hard for me? I'm out. Yeah. I'm Canelo. I make a super fight in any fucking 4 divisions I want. I go back down to 160. I stay at 168. I go to 75. I beat up a cruiserweight. What up?
Wow. What, you mean an old 75-pounder?
What you mean? Better Beef is 75.
He's gonna go up and beat Better Beef after. So if this doesn't happen with Plant, he's gonna say fuck Plant. I'm gonna move on to Better Beef and take that fight.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
What about this? Why he can't say fuck it? I'm going to 75 and I'm under dispute. Give me Joe Smith first, because he easier than Beville. Give me Joe Smith. Everybody gonna be all right with that, because Smith is a puncher. They gonna be selling the replay of Smith knocking B-Hop out, throwing him through the rip, knocking him out through the ropes.
So why wouldn't he fight Bivol
again? Again, build up to it. Ain't he fighting Plant last?
Oh, so he's going to conquer 75 too.
That's what I'm saying. Listen, Bivol's food. But you could build the storyline. You go through the white collar dude, take the WBO from Joe, then go to Bivol. I meant to say Better Beavis. Yeah. Then go to Bivol, who's on Dazn, then undisputed with Bivol. I mean, Better Beef, who has the other 2. Listen, they can't act crazy because Canelo could do this. He could go to cruiserweight.
Yeah. Y'all say I'm crazy. He said he can go cruiserweight. Yo,
Let me ask you something.
I like it. Yo, watch it.
Marat Gaziev still got a DAZN deal. You don't think Canelo beats this Gaziev?
Who the fuck is that? When the last time you seen that guy?
And that's my point.
The last time you seen him is when he fought Usyk.
Exactly.
In the fucking World Boxing.
And that's my point.
Years ago.
And that's my point. Do you not think Canelo beats him?
Gasser?
Yeah.
He's too big.
So Canelo loses.
Yeah, he's too big. Gasser? No, I think he's too big.
Yo, Gassev gonna gas out. Gassev gonna gas out.
There's a point. Yeah, all right.
Yo, wait till these fights happen.
Yo, I'm telling you. I wish y'all would see Ness's invisible fucking Canelo cape on right now. I'm trying to tell you.
It's waving in the air.
That shit's floating in the back, yo.
Waving in the air. Let me get to...
Call him Canelo Man.
Yo, we got sarcastic sarcasm that says, Ness, DAZN and Eddie will dump money to Canelo to make Plant cross over. Those guys are bankers. Whole different level than Showtime and PBC. Listen, I'm not saying no. I'm saying on Fox, he get pay-per-view upside. Both of them. Canelo will get a guarantee plus whatever you sell, back-end money. You know, so with Plant. So DAZN really got to pay is all I'm saying. I don't care. Again, let this be clear. I want DAZN to win. I want Plant to fight on DAZN, so I don't got to pay $80.
Exactly.
Are we clear?
I'm glad you keep it real.
Are we clear?
I was waiting for him to come the whole hour and a half. I'm like, when is he going to get to the
Let me tell you this. I don't even got Showtime. I've been cut them off. They ain't got no fights. I'm not paying for Juan Montoya Macis. Fuck that. If I want shit, I see it every morning about 6 o'clock when I go to the bathroom. No, thank you. I'm good.
He said,
you know what I'm saying?
No bueno.
But I already got DAZN. I'm locked in for my $100, so I'm paying like $883 a month. I'm all right with that. Canelo fights on DAZN. I'm all right with that. They do better ring walks on DAZN. They promote better on DAZN. They give you the playback on Dazn. Fox robbed me for $50 on my Andy Ruiz pay-per-view. They don't have no technical support. I'm still waiting for a return on my secondary email. I'd rather do it on Dazn. You know, Eddie got 1 million followers. You know, he's going to promote it on his Instagram. Dazn got over 1 million. They're going to promote it on their Instagram. They highlights get 13, 14 million in 2 days. More people are going to know about the fight on Dazn. It's just bottom line. I don't want to hear no shit about Showtime been doing this for years. Fuck out of here. Y'all been doing old shit for years. You know what I'm saying? That's old.
You guys don't know. Man, yo, Dazn, where the bag at, yo? Like,
no,
yo,
I'm not even capping for them. I'm just saying
as
real.
That's what I'm
as a consumer.
Listen to me. Anybody over there, I know y'all listening. Somebody clip this and Dazn like this is like he does this on a daily. Like Dazn, this is
because
I'm a pay him for this.
Because I'm a consumer.
That enjoys the product of what he's consuming.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? But you know what we do, Dazn, man. Come on.
I'm a consumer, and I like the fact that I watched the fight at night, and I woke up Sunday morning. I'm laying in my bed. I got my coffee.
He probably knows the stats better than people working at Dazn, to be honest with you.
And I could watch the fight. And I could watch the fight again. When I woke up to try to watch Andy Ruiz Areola again, shit was gone, man. Fuck out of here, man.
Gone.
Fuck out of here.
Couldn't even watch it.
Dog, I feel violated. It's like you came into my house at night, stole the fight, and ran out. No, man, that shit is crazy. I'll never again. They never again. Only way I buy a Fox pay-per-view, I'm telling you, I'm going to literally order cable and get it on cable because then I get to store it. These dudes is crazy, man. They thieves. Thieves, man. I mean, actually, Essex, don't let me forget, we got more super chats to get to, but I want to mix in some callers.
Just like the king is what I mean. The king is what I mean.
Hey, yo. Shout out to TBV. Great interview this morning. Buenos dias, man. Francis, what's good, bro?
Here he.
Hey, look, y'all hitting on some good. Everybody had good momentum, so I'm gonna keep it going. Yo, the potentials of what the Caleb Plant. Like Caleb Plant is a little different, man. He's like Hulk Hogan with it. Like somebody mentioned Joe Smith. Like Joe Smith, like Hacksaw Jim Duggan. You know what I'm saying? Blue collar, but you line up Canelo versus Caleb Plant, a white American versus a Mexican. Hulk Hogan versus Tito Santana, like you always got to go back to the tribal historical context of boxing because that's where you get the draw. That's where you get the asses in the seats in the pay-per-view buys. So just drawing that little, I say he needs to ask for 15. I say ask for 15 and say, yo, we could talk. But start at 15 and maybe he could land at the 12 Jacobs got because truthfully, again, you factor in all that marketing. You know what I'm saying? I don't see why he shouldn't get at least close to what Jacobs got. You know what I mean? So, the potential of that fight. Now, I don't know. Now, that's me thinking in terms of actually wanting the fight and getting paid to have the fight. I don't know if he's thinking like me. Maybe he's thinking like, I'll throw a number out there and ain't going to pay it. And then I get to say, I think Francis alluded to it. Maybe just, wait for Canelo to move around.
Cut it.
Yeah, you cut my man off right here. We about to say Francis, man. You hate him. Nah, go ahead. Who next?
Bruh.
I know the time was up. Go ahead.
Yo, I actually gave him 21 more seconds because he's King Amin of Essex.
Yes, sir.
Caller of the year. What Rapid, what up?
Caleb Plant should give $15 million. If he doesn't accept that, Canelo has a lot of options. Send out that tickle, that $15 million to Andre Ward. Hey, you want that? We got $15 million for you too. You want that? Also, Crawford's on the end of his contract, right, with Arum. Hey, tell him, hey, you've been talking a lot of smack. You come up to 168, we'll give you $15 million. So there's a lot of options there. But yeah, it'd be a great fight. Other thing about Plant is this: his style isn't fan friendly for casuals, so he's never gonna make the money ever again. No one wants to see nobody running around for 12 rounds like that. That's my call. Thank you. Thank you, Ness, and you're gonna have 250,000 subscribers by the end of the year. That's
Thank
all.
you, brother. Thank you. Jonathan, Simity Sim, what up?
Jonathan. It's good.
Jonathan, you still cannot be heard. You're on mute.
Johnny!
All right, we're going to move up. There you go. Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Good morning, TBB family. FYI, I haven't been able to call in, but it was me who told you that Billy Joe Saunders was able to get that ring size change, right? If somebody else stole credit for that, they're liars. Nevertheless, if I'm Plant, I need 15 or 20 to fight Canelo, period. Caleb Plant.
Skype didn't like that. Cut him right there.
Reset.
Damn, 15 or 20.
What
20 is out
man?
the window.
What I tell you though, you're like, yo, play
But
the
listen.
play the soundbite, man.
But listen.
Play the soundbite.
But listen, yo, people just say anything.
Play the soundbite. No, you gotta play it, cause they gonna say that you wishing on a star. When you hear, I just want it to be
Payday.
fair, right?
You want payday. I know that.
I know that.
Yo, bruh.
I know that.
Bruh,
Yo, that's my favorite out of all. I know that.
20 million. Do we understand that Wilder was an undefeated WBC champ? He had about 8 defenses when he got 20.
But we talking the big fish, bro. We talking about something that's never been done before in the division.
Yeah, but I never heard of a B-side get 20 million.
Because maybe they've never asked. Okay, there you go. That's why you looked away.
Yo, word, the fan. Yo, Jason is right. The fans pricing the fighters out.
Listen, here we go. This is what it is. We talking about 8 million, right? Is not enough, correct? Correct?
According to Frank, he believes 8 million will be.
What did the audio say?
Yeah. He said
whatever Billy got.
And Caleb got, that shit was, he basically called it like a robbery.
Okay, cool. So we know that's the minimum. You can then it's a playground from there. You can take it from there. That's what the fans supposed to do. Have fun with that type of stuff. We don't care. Like we're not counting their money. We don't know for sure what's gonna happen unless you know what the contract is saying. But you can hypothetical the shit out of that. I promise you can.
I don't know, man.
You can hypothetical the shit. What you mean? It's a hypothetical. It's like a if. You know, if was a fifth, man, we'd be drunk all day.
I don't know, man.
But listen, 15. But go. Is he back yet?
20. No, he ain't back yet. But 20 is just crazy. Y'all tripping out here, man. 20. I can't even think of that many fighters that got 20. Pacquiao don't even get 20 on. If you Google it, I don't even think he got 20 versus Keith, man. Y'all crazy, man. Crazy.
Hey,
20.
See what I'm saying?
Yo, this is why fights don't get made.
What? Bottom one. What did Keith get before? What did Keith get for Josecito?
Keith get for Josecito. Keith get for, I don't know, probably like $1 million, $2 million.
And he made a substantial amount against Pacquiao versus that fight, right?
I mean, I think it's rumored he made 8.
Okay, so if you say he got $1 million to $2 million, so you're looking at anywhere from 6 to 7 mil of increase in pay.
Yeah.
Right?
And
right.
Plant
Hold on.
last fight was $750,000. Yo, chill, man. Y'all tripping out here. Yo, y'all wilding.
Yo, that's but hold on. But ain't he lottery though? He didn't do Floyd, right? He the lottery though.
No, he Plant trying to hit the lottery. Plant fans. Yo, these Plant fans said, $20 million for a super middleweight fight.
15 to 20, man. You heard what he said?
Yo,
let's go somebody else in the meantime. Give us a super chat. Give me a super chat in the meantime.
Well, okay.
Give me a super chat. Where we leave off at?
We left off at what rep it, right? He said
you got the scroll.
Canelo can walk away and leave Plant facing David Benavidez. Sarcastic sarcasm. We said that. KDDR7989 says, so Plant with the plan emoji. Plan going to duck with the duck emoji. Canelo with the money emoji. The payday. So Plant's plan is going to duck Canelo's payday to get KO'd by David for less money emoji. Hashtag PBC shout out Al Heyman PBC fighters love to cap emoji. Plant trying to duck emoji for the fourth time. What a B asterisk 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 asterisk. Yo, so for the fourth time, it would be the third time. Yo, you tripping right now.
Yeah, man. But damn.
It would be the third time he turned down an offer from Canelo, not four. Don't be adding.
You just drop step and try to dunk on somebody.
He trying to add. He trying to add shit. That's actually Terrence Bud Crawford. I'm convinced that KDDRDR is Terrence Bud Crawford. C Dub Boo Boo stopped. Boo Boo stopped undisputed at 160. Boo Boo stopped undisputed at 160. Caleb will stop at 168. Why would Caleb stop it? Again, putting Boo Boo in that sentence indicates that Canelo didn't want to undispute because Boo Boo, and now he doesn't want to undispute because Caleb, which wouldn't be right. So I don't know. What rep it back with another one says Nello should give Plant $15 million for his hospital bill. Okay, so I guess he changed his mind. He called in and said 15-20. Now he's saying 15 only. And we're gonna go to who is this? Who is that? Brandon in H-Town.
I'll make a meal out of Holyfield and farm it. You want me to go to jail? Do the homicide. Farm it. Two fighters said it take you racist. Bar to the security guard. You fight me, I'm gonna kill you. I want you. Bad, baby.
That beat, do not. What up, champ? Brandon. Oh shit, I got the wrong fade up.
Yeah.
My bad.
Nah, it's all good. This comes down to how bad does Canelo want to be undisputed. I don't think you can price yourself out against a cash cow of boxing. We saw this on a lesser scale, a much lesser scale, with Teofimo and Lomachenko, where Teofimo initially turned down the initial offer of 1.2, but Lomachenko reduced his own salary.
Yeah, but Teofimo said that was fake. Lomachenko says that's a lie, that he ain't give out no money from it. I mean, Teo says that Lomachenko lying, that he ain't take that money out of his salary.
I don't know. Commentary reported and talked about it a whole bunch, but I guess, if you say it's fake, I don't know. But bottom line is, I don't think that Canelo would do all this work in 9 months, get to the doorstep of being undisputed with a much easier path. Why would he say, I'm going to walk away and go fight bigger, more challenging opponents? That don't even make any kind of sense. I think Canelo going to be like, bro, whatever you want, I'm not going to let money get in the way of me getting these belts, man. Money's not going to stop me from getting undisputed. You know what I'm saying? He already did this at 160. He's not going to do it at 168, and it's a much easier path. So you think he's going to let Plant go fight Benavidez and then let Benavidez be the one to be undisputed? So for him to have to beat
Hold on.
He could do that, though. He could do that. Benavidez and Plant fight, there's no guarantee Plant wins. And Canelo versus Benavidez for undisputed is big things too, but we got with a counter punch.
Hold on. Josepha Luna, yo, he's like, is Francis in the county? What's up with those pinner joints? Yo, so bring that through there if you got it, man. Yo, we can find out what's going on. We will link up, man. If you got it like that, I got the pinners, then let me get the cannons. I'm used to that.
Watch him don't show up now. Talk to me.
Yo, just for some of you guys that might not have ever purchased a home. I'm not trying to be funny, but purchased a home or purchased a vehicle or negotiated a deal. Like, that's what you do. Know your fucking worth when you sit at the table, man. Like, yo, first of all, I'm speaking for me. I ain't speaking for nobody else. Because what I was saying was, I don't know if Plant actually want to fight, but somebody that wants to fight would say, let's start at 15 so you can land at 12. That's negotiations. If you sit there and say, well, give me 20 You know what I mean? Like if they say, yo, we're gonna give you 12, we're gonna pay for hotels, we're gonna give your wife 3 fucking announced jobs on Skype. Like, negotiations if you know your worth, but if you don't feel like you shit, then that's why you motherfucking don't think you could come to the table and ask for the 15 that I'm asking for. That's my motherfucking call, King. I mean, I do this shit, and I know the boxing. Get the fuck up out of here, goofies.
Who the hell me mad at?
He mad at the chat, man. They be just chatting and chat.
They talk bad.
You don't know your boxing. You can't just be chatting and chat. Who we got? We got Jesse Quesada says, if Vanilla Ice, Sweet Cheeks, Bum Slayer, Keller prices himself out of the Canelo fight, does Plant fight Benavidez, Charlo, Jacobs, or Andrade as a replacement? I don't know, man. Plant, other than Ustatagi, he's not been fighting Benavidez, Charlos, Jacobs, or Andrade. So, I don't know. You know. He fought Faison Butts, and before that, it was Mike Lee, right?
Yeah.
Am I missing somebody?
Mike Lee,
I don't think that's it, right? I think that's it. I think he just fought Faison Butts. Let me see, Keller Plant. Just double check. My man probably getting mad clicks right now. Everybody Googling him. Keller Plant. Oh, Truax after Faison Butts.
Truax.
Which went the decision.
Caleb Truax.
Jacobs knocked him out at 60.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so.
Big tripping right now. Plant's trash. You guys are crazy.
Wow, who said that?
Somebody in the chat.
Might need to get timed out and shit.
Yeah.
Yo, we going out to Maryland. Hawk, what up?
Yo, what up, Nestor God, and Praying Mantis is back.
What's happening?
Ain't too much. Hey, first of all, man, y'all pay attention. Canelo, Plant, bro, he ain't really been fighting. He been waiting around for this fight, for this opportunity. He been laying in wait, waiting for this. Second of all, the money is in America. All the money's here. So Canelo is going to get what fight he wants. Just like they came up for like 15 million or something for Kovalev. They knew he was washed. I mean, he had a belt, but they knew he was washed when they gave him like 15, 20 million. And I mean, 15. What they give Kovalev? What they give Kovalev?
14, man.
They gave him 14. Okay, that's 14. That's double what Billy got.
Yeah,
so I'm saying that they will stretch out. They will stretch out there for Canelo if he wants something.
But
as far as the
what did Billy get before his fight with Canelo, man? His last fight.
What happened with Billy?
How much did he get his last fight before Canelo?
I'm not sure with Billy though, because when I think about Billy, I think about Roberto Duran. You know, the guys that do the no mas. When I think about Billy, I think about the no mas fighters when I think about him now. But as far as me, I think they will come up with it. Canelo want to fight him to get them that unification. I don't see Caleb. Okay, if they do give Caleb Plant 14, you think he's gonna turn down 14?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Cut it.
But I'm looking on Kovalev's resume, and I'm pretty sure he fought Ishmael Salas on HBO, Cedric Agnew on HBO, Blake Caparella from Australia on HBO, Bernard Hopkins on HBO, John Pascal on HBO, Mahadi, Najid Mohammadi, I think that might have been on NBC. Not sure. Pascal, again, HBO. Chilemba, can't remember, but I'm pretty sure it was HBO. Ward, HBO. Shabaransky, HBO. I don't know about Igor. I don't know where that was at. But then Alvarez was ESPN, right? And where was the next one, the rematch? Do you remember?
No.
Point is, he got $14 million because of that. He is known. He might not be American, but he was built on HBO, man.
The Crusher.
We're talking about, look at this. Ishmael Salas is 2013, bro. Yep. He fought Kovalev What, last year he fought him? Canelo in 2020?
Kovalev? No.
19?
18. Check it
You
right
tripping.
now. 18, bro.
You tripping, man. 19, like I said, November.
There you go.
So
close enough to be. 18.
So my man's been he's been on HBO like so many years, man. It's just that's what they paid him for. He was known, man. Kovalev was known. 2 fights with Ward, he was known. They sold that out too in terms of the arena. You know, I was there. Was I there twice? I think we went twice, man. What? What happened? Oh, man.
No, Heavy Eddie J asked a question, so I was just thinking of something.
What's the question?
But you can't read it. So it's one of the most recent super chats.
All right, let me get to these super chats, man. We got a couple callers. Who's that? Let me find out too.
The response is crazy, but yeah.
Let me see who's this. That's 704. Is that Anthony in Charlotte? That sure is. Anthony, we going to you next. Let me get to a super chat here because you know we appreciate the love. And I think we stopped off at...
Where we stop off at?
KDDR. Then we went to C-Dub. What rep it?
Mm-hmm.
Jesse. Gallo Fino says... 21 fights, and he's going to be tough for Canelo? Come on now. Plant barely in line to climb the same mountain Canelo is dominating. I hear you, Chin.
Wow. Barely in line to climb. Wow.
I mean, the thing is, like, could Plant have done what Canelo is doing? Could he have beaten Callum?
Callum, yeah.
Would he turn around 3 months later, yeared him to defend his mandatory?
And then the slickster.
Would he turn around 2 months later and fought Billy? And would he turn around and then, you know, called out Canelo? Like, and would he have done it like that? How long would it? Yo, Canelo, that's crazy. We don't give him no respect, but that's crazy.
But not only
to
is that,
say he got all those fucking belts in 9 months.
But hold on, though. Not only is it crazy, you gotta think about it as well that he understood like becoming a free agent gives me the opportunity to do the things that I want to. He's like, without that, I wouldn't be able to do it. So when I ask you if fighters should become free agents because they can literally drive the ship.
Is that
now.
not everybody? Everybody.
But I understand. Why not?
Because not everybody.
You're already a fucking Fortune 500 company by yourself.
No, because not everybody can talk for themselves. Not everybody's Canelo. Not everybody's Shakur. Not everybody's Keyshawn.
But I can promise you that Canelo's lawyers and the people around him is who talks for him.
All right, so let me ask you something.
He just tells him what he has to
All right, let me ask you
done.
something.
Please.
How well would the Ordono brothers be doing right now without Top Rank?
The Ordono brothers?
Yeah.
They probably wouldn't be doing as good.
How well?
But hold on.
Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this.
No, but
let me
before
tell you
you
this.
know, before you.
How many fights does Edgar Berlanga have? How many fights? How many fights does Edgar Berlanga have? Yeah, because you about to get killed with this one.
No. Before you do the disparity. With disparity. You're talking about Canelo on the level.
Edgar Berlanga was with another promoter.
Listen, I'm talking about people on the level of Canelo, man.
What you mean on the level of Canelo?
On the same, on the pound for pound list, the top 5 pound for pound fighters. You know what I'm saying? I believe personally, my personal opinion, I believe that if they should, if they can, take the opportunity to take their careers in their hand and try to be
so
free
you're
agents
saying
to
whoever
take
on
the
the
best
pound for
deals.
pound list?
No, I said top 5, bro.
Top 5. They should be free agents.
If they can.
They can
because they can go from different. They just don't lock to one
I
promotional
guess, man,
team.
if you want to
They can make more money.
Hey, amen.
You're shopping yourself around to different places that's going to give you the best deals for these fights.
If you want to categorize it as the top 5 pound for pound, I'm cool with that because
I wasn't talking
understand
at the lower level. No,
that not everybody can be self-promoted. Like dudes.
That's what I was saying. Let me explain before you go off on the wrong road because that's what I was trying to explain.
Yeah, nah.
Don't you think so though? If you can.
Again, you still need
stop. Like, come on,
you still need a promoter.
Ness, I mean,
you still need it.
But look at the capacity. If you can have somebody work with like that same capacity, how Eddie's working with
Again, you just
Canelo
not
or
you just overlooking what Eddie's doing, right?
Okay.
See.
Same thing with Devin.
Look at Canelo's fights in the past with Golden Boy, and now look at him with Eddie. They events with Eddie,
right?
And he's not with Eddie. So that means Even though he's a pound for pound guy, he still needs a promoter.
Bruv, to execute the fucking boots on the ground plan.
Exactly.
I'm
still
right in
need
the
a
same
promoter.
arena. No, but this exclusivity.
No, yeah,
of
no
the
contract.
promoter.
No contract.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's the pure exclusivity of the promoter.
But this is the thing, though. This is the thing.
Yeah.
You could be with a promoter. You can't be exclusive to a network. You get it?
Right.
That's all. Canelo could sign to Matchroom.
Because he's not exclusive to...
But he's not... Just like Anthony Joshua signed to Matchroom, but he ain't exclusive to the Zone.
Right.
Well. So all that shit about, top 5 don't need to have a promoter. It's not about promoter because you the boss. You the boss.
Yeah, but you still can't be just like what he said. You still can't make the deals happen the way you
That's
want to.
not
He's like, I
true.
wouldn't be able to make the
That's
deal happen.
That's
he said
not
it himself,
true.
though.
That's not true, though.
He's lying.
If more
So he's
fighters,
lying.
if more
So
fighters,
Canelo's lying.
If more fighters took, listen, Golden Boy.
I'm just saying what he said, bro.
Golden Boy had their own
path for him.
No, they had their own issues with people.
Yeah.
You understand? I don't got a problem with Canelo because obviously all his fighters has faced Canelo.
Right.
It seems like Oscar has a problem with Al.
Right.
So maybe that's what Canelo's talking about. I couldn't do business with certain people because he told you in that interview, I was being loyal.
Bro.
No, you're not listening.
All right, go ahead.
Because you're trying to use one thing in two different arguments and it doesn't work.
Okay,
Listen,
continue.
he showed you his loyalty to Oscar.
Facts. That he can be loyal.
That certain fights didn't get made because he decided to stay with Oscar.
Okay.
That's it. So those fights are the PBC side. That's it. Now he's not with Oscar. And he sees why everybody left to PBC. Is his words. Now I see why Richard Shaper and everyone left to PBC.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And guess what?
Yeah.
Now he's moving this way.
Right.
But it's still the same situation. The only thing is that there's no promoter that is upset with a potential business partner. You understand? That's it. He just took out the dude that's mad. Eddie is still there. Eddie works with everybody. But you still need a promoter. Like Canelo, unless Canelo does what Mayweather did, which Mayweather, if people remember, Leonard Ellerbe was a corner man.
Right.
And my man is now the CEO. So when Mayweather fights, Leonard and Mayweather Promotions, they are the ones that are Eddie. They are Eddie Hearn.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. Canelo don't got Canelo Promotions with a bunch of Eddies and Leonard Ellerbe's. So he's still paying Eddie to do what he needs him to do.
Do you know why? Do you know why? Well, part of the reason why is because
he's good at it.
Really don't speak. Yeah.
No, he's good at it. Eddie is good.
He's
Eddie
good at
is
what he
the
does.
best.
Yes, but you got to
Eddie
think about
is
it,
the
though.
best.
That was about to say when you were finished is that your team. It's about your team. If you have a good team, they can negotiate. Yeah, but they can negotiate
like
along
Crawford,
with you because
maybe you don't want to do that. Like Crawford, maybe you don't want to do that.
But your fucking team can do it, bro.
But like Crawford, maybe you don't want to do that. And just like Canelo, he don't want to do it. He don't got his team doing it.
What?
He don't got his. There is no Canelo team promotions. He got Eddie doing it.
Eddie Reynoso?
Eddie Hearn.
Running fucking Canelo Promotion?
Bro, this dude's tripping. Listen to me. There's no Canelo Promotions. Okay. There's Canelo Promotions. I signed some fighters. There's no Canelo Promotions. We're promoting with a license and we have fights. Where's that at?
Just put the logo out, like you say, like
no, it's an LLC, a management company, maybe, but it's not a what show they promoted?
So they got Frank Sanchez.
What show they promoted?
So Mikey Garcia, just so I can get an understanding, when he got his promoter license because he puts on shows.
He puts on shows.
Okay, cool.
He puts on shows.
So he has fighters, but he actually puts on shows. So when you got fighters, you put them on a show.
Yes.
You just got fight. No, when you have fighters, you put them on a show.
Listen, here's the difference, man, and y'all keep not listening to me. So you got Canelo Promotions.
Yeah.
Actually, you got Francis Promotions. Right? No other Border Wars fighter has a promotions. Right? So you get a fighter check.
Yeah.
And you and I, because you're a DK A side, I'm using air quotes, we co-promoted the event. Right. So now your logo's there. Francis Promotions, Matchroom Promotions.
Right.
You understand? You getting another check, but like you aren't a promoter that puts on fights.
Right.
You don't have like an active license. You know, like, dog, it's just a company.
Right.
It's an LLC. Like, man, hell no. I want to see him put on fights.
You see, these are conversations that are to be had because when you have fans coming into the sport or wants to learn the sport, I mean, you got to give it an understanding and explain it to them. If you already know what it is, congratulations to you.
Listen,
but
Devin Alexander has a promotions.
Right, but you got to, because you got to remember, it's a new thing now for people to be having when you get to a certain level, boom, you have a promotional company that's either by your alias or by your real name.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the two, right? So, like, oh, what is the real, you know what I'm saying, behind it? Like, oh, you actually promote fighters, like Devin Haney Promotions. They putting on fights or they just sign fighters.
But they co-promote. They co-promote.
So they got their promote. So
you know,
that explanation for them. For y'all who know, congratulations. Yeah.
Until you throw in your own show, you ain't a promoter.
Exactly.
You know, you got to throw your own show. Like Salida goes out there
and does his own
with
show.
TV,
right.
No TV. Lou DiBella out there, TV, no TV. You know, Raging Bull, TV, no TV.
And they don't get that clout because they're not always on TV.
Yeah, that's how it is, man. But you got to be an actual promoter promoting.
So TG
and putting on events like
TGB.
TGB's a promotion, man.
Right.
But they're pedigree too. Like remember, Ward's promoter is their that's the father. He passed, or the uncle. He passed away. You know, Joe Goosen is the brother of Dan Goosen who passed away. You know what I'm saying? Goosen Promotions was around forever. It just got rebranded after the uncle or father, I don't know the story exactly, to the TT. Even though I probably interviewed him and everything, I'm just
you probably did too.
It's just I don't remember how to. But he it went from Goosen Promotions to TGB, which is like Tom Joe Goosen or some shit. I don't know.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it sounded like that promotions, but
now it's taking off. Yeah.
Anthony Charlotte. Did we ever get to the super chat? Gallo Fino said 21 tough fights. Oh, yeah, we did say that, right? 21 tough fights, and he's going to be tough for Canelo. Yes, we did say that. So we got Anthony and Charlotte. Talk to me.
What's going on, fellas?
What's up?
Well, I think Caleb Plant should start at $14 million. That should be his bottom line, and I'll tell you why. For one, you got a white American.
Mm-hmm.
For two, he's undefeated.
Mm-hmm. For
three, he had 2 million views on Fox, so people want to see him. And then 4, you giving what none of them were given. This is an undisputed match. Just like Canelo's giving you a chance, you giving him a chance at undisputed. So 14 million, like Kovalev got, is my bottom line.
Now let me ask you something, Anthony.
All right.
Is that 14 on DAZN or 14 on PBC?
Either one, because you ain't gonna get too much of the pay-per-view if you're on PBC. So I still need my 14 mil.
Okay, so you want the guarantee.
I'm definitely gonna have to have.
You want a DAZN guarantee? No, you don't. No back end. You rather not be on pay-per-view. You rather the fight be on DAZN if you was working with Plant.
Right. Well, if I'm playing either way, I want 14 million. If it's on DAZN or Fox, Fox would be better because I can get the 14 plus some if they willing to give me some upside. But I want that guaranteed 14. Yeah, because I want that guaranteed 14 regardless.
All right. Well, thank you for calling in. I like it, man. See, the longer we talk, the better Plant's argument got. Like, now he gets to say that. Like, bro, you gave 14 to a dude that lost 3 times. He was knocked out the last time.
Yep.
He went life and death. He went life and death with Anthony Yard. You gave a dude 12.5 who lost to Gennady, was knocked out by Dimitri Prague. I'm undefeated.
And I got my belt.
I'm America's last hope, baby.
Woo! Ric Flair style on him.
Yo, where's he from? Tallahassee or Tennessee?
Tennessee.
What are they?
Remember, he's with.
Let me bring on James.
James, exactly.
Yeah, let me bring on
what's
James.
What's my man that came on the other day? That little fighter that came on.
Take me to another. What?
With the fighter that came on the other day, he said he know Caleb Plant, his whole family. Yeah.
Yeah.
That had the gym that was in his house. I can't remember his name right now.
Yeah. Let's go out to James. James, you available to ask a few questions here?
Where's Bo at?
Bo and Bama. James, are you available? Jonathan Sims is there. Your call got cut off. What up, champ? Talk to us. How that Tennessee take me to another? What up?
Can you hear me?
I hear you.
All right, I don't know what y'all heard, but it sounded like what I had said has starting to pick up some momentum. And basically, what I had said was, if I'm Plant, I need 15 minimum or no fight. And then I hope Plant understands that Canelo is in his plan. He's not in Canelo's plan, so he don't have to fight because Canelo wants him to. He's fighting Canelo because he chooses to be undisputed. And if that's the case, then Canelo need to acquiesce to his demands. Billy Joe Saunders proved to us that a B-side can demand A-side tactics by getting the ring change, which I was the one that broke that to you, by the way. So if I'm Plant, I don't have to fight Canelo, and I don't have to be undisputed for my career to get to the next level. And this is something all fighters need to understand. There is no demand for Canelo if the demand isn't there to fight him. Meaning Benavidez, Charlos, Jacob. If none of y'all want to fight him, there's no value in Canelo. Y'all make Canelo valuable because y'all want to fight him versus y'all fighting each other. If I'm Plant, I'm gonna take the opportunity to become a Canelo without fighting Canelo. You don't need Canelo. Canelo needs you. Oh, you laughing? That's funny? What's so funny? What's so funny?
Bruh, he crazy, yo.
Told you they coming out, man.
Yo,
out, man.
I'm starting to see why people thought that I was biased. Cause like I used to like big up PBC dude. Like you dudes are on another trip. These
y'all
PBC
call me crazy.
fans,
You're about to see them 15, 20. I'm telling you right now, you're gonna see it's a common theme, and you watch.
Bruh.
You started from this morning. You're like,
my man
really,
said,
Francis? 50? All right, watch, bro.
Listen to me.
They coming out.
My man literally said, "You don't need Canelo. Canelo needs you."
Yeah, because you got the last key. That's what they gonna think. I'm telling you what they gonna think, bro. All right, I'm not saying that's what I believe, but I'm telling you what they're gonna think, bro.
Bro, boxing is getting crazy. It's watered down, man.
You heard Mario, our own co-host, say, Francis, remember when you have the key? If two people had the key to turn the door, they got to come to an agreement in order to unlock that door, a la Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford.
Nah, this ain't that.
But in terms of the key.
Dog,
in terms of the key.
You know what this is? This is Infinity Wars. Thanos already got the glove on. And 4 fingers have gemstones, man.
Yeah.
His powers are through the roof already. He got 4 fucking of the stones already. Caleb's Plant measly 1 fucking... What happened to my man who had the stone in his head? What was his name? He fucking died. He died, all right? 1 stone means nothing. Y'all tripping out here. Y'all fucking crazy. My man said he don't need Canelo.
With, bro.
Yo, he literally said become your own Canelo, as if to say.
That mess with you,
no, it don't mess with me.
No, I'm saying
it don't mess with me. It just goes to show that this dude is tripping out here selling bullshit to the fans because there's no fucking way in hell that Caleb Plant could become his own Canelo according to Jonathan Sims, right? I'm going to give you a story. If he turns around and beats Andre tomorrow, 3 months later beats both Charlos, 1 at a time. Now that's 9 months past. He then beats Benavidez. He still wouldn't beat Canelo. You understand that?
Beat or be?
He wouldn't be Canelo because he said become your own Canelo.
Right.
Dog. There's no Mayweather for him to face.
I was about to say that. I was just about to say like,
there's no Cotto for him
90
to face.
seconds.
Like, I don't know what this dude is talking about,
unless
but you can't change the word legend. You can't. No,
Terrence gonna move up.
Terrence who? He ain't a legend. He ain't a legend. He ain't a legend.
What do you mean? Terrence came. If Terrence beats,
let me tell you something.
Earl, like they say at 147.
If it's too much shit. No, listen to me. Honestly, if it's too much shit and no one considers Terrence a living legend. Manny Pacquiao is a living legend.
60 seconds.
Huh?
Don't say that.
Who
Don't say that. Come on, Nash.
Yo, you wildin' right now, man.
Crawford fans don't consider him a living legend, bro.
Listen to me.
That's why they say he don't need nobody right now. He can retire tomorrow and he a Hall of Famer, Ness. You know that, Ness.
But
Come
Francis,
on, man.
No,
you
listen.
just said
crazy.
nobody. You said nobody.
Hear me
Hold
out.
on. You said nobody.
No
thinks
one
Crawford
no
is a
one
living
calls
legend.
into this show. No one calls into. No, just hear me out, right? Because have you ever heard someone say Crawford's a legend?
Bro, I've heard it here, bro.
A legend.
Yeah, bro.
Nah, they don't use that word. Pound for pound, he's the best. Better than Canelo, more skilled. I never heard.
Retire right now. When you retire right now, what do you become?
No, it depends.
10 seconds.
Not everybody's a legend, but Oscar's a legend. Fucking Oscar, B-Hop, legend. Tito, legend. Floyd, legend. Ali, legend. This is what I'm saying. Cotto, legend. Marquez. These are legacies. These dudes are legendary with the sport. Man, the sport ain't even that old.
Bro, you might get some pushback on that. I'm just saying.
No, how old? When was Ray Robinson fighting? How the fuck is Ray Robinson a legend and Cotto and them is not? Ain't no. If Lennox is being called the legend and fucking Iron Mike is a legend, like y'all tripping, man.
He a holler. Yeah, all right, man.
Y'all don't know what y'all talking about then. Y'all don't know what y'all talking about. All I know, listen,
you
I'm not
hear
even
him
gonna listen to
saying
me.
it? Yeah,
I'm not
that's
even
what he
going
said.
down that street. I'm not even going down that street. The street I'm staying on is there's no way Caleb. The same way, yo, look at everything that Canelo's done, and people literally saying it don't matter if he beats. Okay? Last week, it didn't matter if Canelo beat Billy Joe, Caleb Plant, both Charlos, Benavidez, and Beterbiev. He still wouldn't surpass Floyd, they said. One dude called in and laughed. He said he'll never surpass Floyd because Floyd beat him.
Right. Not only that, he got an L.
Okay.
That's
okay,
their standard.
But if
right?
you do
That's
all
what their
that,
standard is,
but
right?
listen to me, if
Right.
you do all that and you
Right.
can't surpass Canelo, what is there out there for Caleb Plant to do to surpass Canelo? If Canelo could do all that and still not surpass Floyd, what the fuck could Caleb got to make a new division.
Undisputed more divisions than Canelo.
And again, how's he gonna do that when he started his career at 68? That's what I'm saying. Jonathan Sims is out here selling false narratives.
So Canelo has how many divisions does he have undisputed at? Undisputed at.
He got unified at 54.
Division, but no undisputed.
Exact.
Why?
And Caleb's
Fucking
never.
why?
And you see, that's the standard right there.
You, bro.
No, that's the standard right there. My man hasn't even unified yet, but you talking about why hasn't Canelo undisputed? Tell your boy to unify, because I unified at 54, at 60, at 68. Now I'm going for undisputed at 68.
Right.
I even got a title at 75. Like, we
Right.
got to stop playing. Y'all tripping, man. This show taking too long because y'all tripping. We got Jaguar Paul. He should get $9 million plus whatever facial reconstruction costs. Damn, y'all think shit's sweet out here from, Plant gonna put hands on somebody, man.
That's it. It
Hands
goes both
on
ways
somebody.
for everybody.
Yo, James Payne, you avail? All right. So I want to ask you some questions, bruv. What is it Tennessee, right? So what is that known for?
What is Tennessee known for?
Yeah.
Man, we known for a bunch. We've been entertaining the country for years with our language, the way we talk first and foremost. And not far after that, y'all always love to come to Tennessee and get some of our delicious cooking, man. Our soul food and most notably our barbecue. You know, I'm a Memphis boy, so, we like to put that meat on the grill, you know what I'm saying? Put that Memphis dry rub on it, man. Make your taste buds go crazy for a second. But then up in Nashville, they got something called Nashville hot chicken. So basically, we battle that up with this hot concoction that we done come up with where we can fry it into the food. You know what I'm talking about? So it has this natural hot.
Wait a minute. I mean more commercially, more globally. Like,
Shit,
is
our
it Elvis
music.
from?
I ain't
Ain't
done.
Elvis from over there?
I ain't done this. Hold up, man. I'm going down the playlist, baby. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm going to our music. You know what's for our music? Elvis, King of Memphis. You know what I'm saying? Our rap music. You know, our music scene popping like a motherfucker for decades. We've been kicking out with some of the most dynamic jams that people bumping even to this day. It's only getting better. Y'all bumping us more now than y'all ever have in the past 20, 30 years. So our music, you know what I'm saying? Our women, y'all love to get y'all hands on the Tennessee gal. So shit, what else you need? Our beautiful landscape, our mountains, rolling hills. Everybody always talk about how beautiful our countryside is. Now it's time for us to entertain y'all with something a little different this time. It's our own personal interpretation on that BOX ING shit. You know what I'm talking about? Southern style with a Tennessee twist. You feel me? That's what we finna entertain y'all with. How we our interpretation on this Tennessee boxing thing. You feel me? What else you wanna know? What else we known for?
Nah. I mean,
You know that Tyson fought Lennox Lewis in the pyramid in Memphis, cause y'all know that. Y'all know shit, they had the NFL draft here a couple years ago. Y'all know that. Y'all know they got a hockey team in Nashville. The Predators was in the NHL finals not that long ago. I mean, shit, what else you want? Tennessee Titans was just in the AFC Championship last year. They ain't make it that far this year, but they tearing shit up in the NFL. You know what I'm talking about? Memphis Grizzlies. You feel me?
so
Do I
let
need
me
to keep
ask you.
going?
Let me ask you. Do people support one another in Tennessee?
It depends, man. If you talking about some street shit, it's a lot of hate and a lot of
I'm talking.
pettiness.
Obviously, I'm talking specifically Caleb Plant. Are the
Now
people?
Caleb Plant,
Are people gonna get behind him because he fighting
man,
Canelo?
we already behind him. We already behind him. We already rumbling in the boxing gyms, man. Yeah, it's a discussion
Yeah, but
ongoing.
but not the gyms, man. I'm talking bigger than
Man,
that.
everybody know Caleb, man. If Canelo fought Caleb, they could sell out they could sell out Nissan Stadium, man. And that's like close to 60,000 seats. They could sell that motherfucker out in
Yeah,
a
but he
day.
doing 73 in
That's
Texas, man.
fine. That's a bigger market.
How
It's
far
a
are
bigger
y'all from
market.
Texas? How far are y'all from Texas?
Nashville from Texas is from Dallas, Texas is an 11-hour drive because I used to live in Dallas, Texas. So it's an 11-hour drive. And of course we're gonna tear the flight up because the flight ain't nothing but 90-minute flight. We got a major international airport, BNA. You can land if you're going southwest, you probably gonna land Love Field in Dallas. If you're going like American and United, you're gonna land in DFW in Dallas because they
What it
got
gonna
two
cost
major
you?
airports.
What's a flight gonna cost you to get to Texas for this fight?
A flight to get to Texas, if I book it in advance, it's gonna be a couple hundred round trip, few hundred. That's about it.
A few like under 250 or over 250.
I think around 250, depending on how much in advance. If I try to do it last minute, it's gonna be closer to 3.
Yo,
If
I
you
hate
flying
Texas, man. Texas, I always gotta pay minimum 350. Well, I don't know about now because I live in Florida. When I was in Jersey, crazy.
last time I flew into Dallas, it was like I got my tickets in advance, so I got a deal. It was like 220 ish. And then my wife, she just went down there to take care of some business, but she didn't fly out. They covered her rental car, so she went with a friend. They was there like in 11 hours.
So let
But
me ask
normally
you,
she flies. Go ahead.
do you see Keller Plant billboards? Because I know
He already got billboards
in
here in
Tennessee.
Tennessee. You damn right. He the man out here. He the mayor of Tennessee boxing. He the mayor of Tennessee boxing, man. Caleb close to being a household name out here.
But wait. When you say he got billboards out here, then you said the word boxing, like he the man. So are you saying like billboards on the boxing gyms or billboards like on an actual pole?
He on the wall. He on the wall in most boxing gyms that I see, like damn Cesar Chavez and Mike Tyson and shit out here. He done had billboards all across the city. Like his I give you a prime example.
Hold up. How many gyms have you, James, gone into and seen his face painted on the wall?
In Nashville too.
Okay.
Now as far as billboards, back to what I was talking about that, I give you a prime example. Like when he fought what's how I call him, finger in the butt, fires in butt.
Fires and butts.
You know what I'm saying? So when he fought him, for example, right? That was they announced it on the news regularly. It was a hot ticket. That card sold out like immediately. You know what I'm saying? Caleb be on billboards all across town. All Nashville local celebrities endorse Caleb. Musicians from country to rap to country rap, pop shit. You know what I'm saying? Entertainers know him. He get endorsements from like Tennessee Titans and shit. Like Caleb is known, man.
So has he been like throwing the first pitch at the football game?
Baseball game, man.
Well, we got the baseball teams out here. We don't have a major league team yet. It seems like Nashville trying to make a play for the Oakland A's.
So what about
but
the
they got
team?
we got a lot of minor league teams. So I don't know about no throwing out pitches and shit.
What about the football team? Titans ain't bring him out.
He lives in Vegas.
Oh,
yeah, you know, he spent a lot of time in Vegas, but I know that he gets a lot of endorsements from the Titans players because I saw several of them at the fight because I was at the fight also.
You
I was
talk your
there.
shit, Jay. You know your shit.
I gotta cut you short. I got a counterpunch. From Jonathan Sims. Let it be clear, Jonathan, I gave him extra time. Obviously, him being homegrown from Tennessee, he also trains in Caleb's gym. So, you know, I needed that data for the audience. It was also for you to listen to because it's important information.
Nashville hot chicken.
Yeah, I didn't know about that. I didn't know that was a thing. But
Yeah,
what's
you
up,
know.
Jonathan? Counterpunch.
I'll teach you. Don't worry.
Yo, Ness, you don't have to explain nothing to me. This is your show, dude. Like if you gave him the whole show, that don't mean
I
nothing
just
to
like
me.
being fair. That's all.
It ain't.
So
I
does
don't
Caleb.
listen, man. It's about what you
So
do
does
for me. I don't
Caleb.
care.
You hear this, man? He said, so does Caleb.
So, anyways, why you don't twist my words? I'm not. It's for me. It feels like you're trying to say Plant can replace Canelo. All I'm simply saying is he can become his own Canelo,
You say
and
he
whatever
can become his
capacity
own.
that means.
Yo,
Huh?
you please tell me what does that mean? How does you can
And-
you be
whatever capacity that means.
No.
Ness.
Give us your definition of what becoming Canelo means.
Creating your own path.
Okay.
Creating your own path.
And what does that path
mean,
consist of? I mean, I need detail, man, because when you say becoming your own, Canelo does everything. Huge fights, fights the
Agreed.
best. Events are crazy. Now with the combination of Eddie, the actual event looks crazy. Like Canelo does a lot, and he's giving dudes paydays 5 and 10 times the amount of what Floyd was given. Like, what does that mean for Caleb though? Like, I asked Francis that. Why the fuck didn't Al offer $8 million to Billy to do a unification? Y'all always want people to like do more than Al. Let Al do some unifications. You want 20 fucking million, Jonathan.
I said 15 to 20. Look at you.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna grab your high number. Hell yeah, I'm gonna grab your high number because I never heard of a super middleweight make 20 million. The only super middleweight that make 20 million is Canelo. And he bouncing around.
And I know you're gonna run with this, but we wanted Pacquiao to take the 40, and he ended up with triple than that. So it's about your worth. It's your worth.
God, he done
And
compared Caleb to Pacquiao, y'all. You losing the argument when you compare Caleb Plant to Manny Pacquiao.
Why is it so bad?
I'm saying all I'm simply saying is in a situation, your net worth is only your net worth. So he's only worth what he's willing to negotiate. He's only worth what he's willing to succumb himself to.
Jonathan,
I'm not saying.
Let me ask you a question. Why do you want this man to lose this opportunity? Why you want him to be out here trying to be all on the screwed negotiations? Like, you tripping trying to ruffle these $14 million feathers, man.
Okay, two things. I don't want him to do anything he doesn't want to do. All I'm simply saying is we can't.
In the universe.
Yeah, but all I'm simply saying is we can't just be all in favor of Canelo. Canelo is my second favorite fighter behind Wilder, but all I'm simply saying is Plant has to make his own decisions. Don't just succumb to Canelo's plan. Make your own plan. So if it's in your plans to fight Canelo next, do that. But don't feel pressure to do that just because Canelo wants to unify. That's all I'm simply saying.
You tripping, bro, if it's in your plans. Man, who the fuck didn't want to fight Floyd? Who didn't want to fight Vlad? Who didn't want to fight Canelo? Who didn't want to fight Cotto? What is he talking if it's in your plans? Who don't want to fight? You got Crawford out here still waiting to fight 42-year-old Pacquiao. I'm sorry.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you
I'm about
something.
to Google that because I don't want to say he's 42.
Caleb Plant just doesn't want to be jerked, man. He's not gonna be jerked, man.
Caleb Plant fans, man. Caleb Plant fans. Cause Plant just said
he don't want to be jerked, bro.
No, All Plant said I'm not taking anything what Callum and Billy took. You know what I'm saying? I'm not taking that. But he never said he don't want to be jerked. None of that. He said I want to be treated fair. That's it. This is his fans projecting this negative energy out there. Y'all don't want this fight to be made. Asking for $20 million. $20 million. Some other dude said $14 million plus pay-per-view upside. God damn, yo. Listen, Manny is. Fuck your birthday at, bro.
Manny Pacquiao. I think he's 43.
Let me go to Google, man. I mean, Wikipedia says he's 42. My man 42 and they still trying to fight him. Bruh, legends is hard to come by. That's what I'm saying. So when you say, is he in your plans? Motherfucker, he 42. He in Pacquiao plans and Earl Spence plans. And Keith Thurman want a fucking rematch. Oh, Ryan Garcia wanted that fight. Like what? We won't buy it if Tank want it? Like y'all tripping. Tripping, man. But I love my show. I'm telling you, I love doing this. I love hearing this craziness y'all be coming up with.
Who next, man? Who next coming with it? Fight.
Who next? Somebody send me that Samuel Peters soundbite, man. We can't let Samuel Peters be forgotten, man. He dropped. Yo.
Payday? I know.
You know, I know that one ain't never going to be forgotten. But that's because he a legend. And my man Jonathan advising Caleb to not fight a legend. That's that same shit Al did.
I know.
Al did that to Earl. And I know you a big Earl fan. Yeah. But that's a segue right there. Like, how the fuck you tell Earl don't fight Cotto? And then Saddam beats up Cotto. Now, look, Saddam didn't blow from that Cotto win because he ain't Earl. If Earl would have fought,
Earl would have blew from that win, though.
What the fuck? Earl fight Miguel Cotto in New York
I just don't know,
or Dallas.
I just don't know.
And did the same shit Saddam do, he would have blew.
You think so?
And he would have already been on Golden Boy, so he would have got the Canelo fight. At 160, no problem.
Spence had already been on Golden Boy.
Yeah, because remember, the offer was, relax so you understand what I'm saying. Remember, it's in the book.
I wasn't going to say anything.
Where my book at? Shout out to Adrian Clark, Dark Horse. It's in the book. Yeah. Earl was offered the Cotto fight by Golden Boy, but as a multi-fight deal. You know what I'm saying? So, obviously, if you fight Cotto, Saddam moved up to 54. So now, welterweight Earl's already at 54.
I got it. Yeah.
You know, you beat Cotto. Remember that when welterweight Saddam beat Cotto at 54, 54-pound challenger Munguia was there. And Munguia ended up being potential opponent for Gennady, all in those headlines. So Earl would have been right in line for motherfucking Canelo fight. Because Canelo was still with Golden Boy at the time.
The deal just wasn't sweet enough, I guess.
No, I guess. Everybody got their own path, like Jonathan said.
Yo, man.
Everybody got their own path, like Jonathan said. But let me ask you, the path that Earl took, is he considered a legend right now?
Right now?
Yeah. Come on, Francis. Don't do this shit. Because you here now. I can hook off right now. Let me get some gloves, man. This shit.
Just let me get a pair too.
My man say the wrong thing is going down. If he try to say Earl a motherfucking living legend right now, it's going down, bro. Yo, stop.
My defense. I'm holding the phone.
Stop, man. Stop, man.
All right, so name the legends right now.
Living legend?
Right now.
Manny Pacquiao.
That's it?
Living legend. I'm gonna add Floyd because he's still fighting in his own way. He's still fighting.
Like, but no, they don't have to be fighting. Like, just give me like a living legend, like somebody that hasn't passed, right?
Oh,
That's what a
fuck,
living legend
man.
is,
Living.
right? That's what a living legend is. Not an active legend. A living legend is a legend that hasn't passed.
Okay,
It's
living and active.
They're
Okay,
actually
you want to
walking.
you want to
Yeah.
separate it into
You have to.
No, it's too many to name. But I mean, off top.
But there's a few.
Off top, Mike, Lennox,
Like, you don't know that you can't compare the two.
Floyd. It's so many, man. I mean, fucking Nassim is still out there. Hamed.
Right. But Manny's the only active.
Sugar Ray still out there. I mean, it's too many to name.
But Manny's
too
the
many.
only
living active.
Yeah, fighter right now. Cause you can't put Canelo on that at that particular point right now. Some would say that you can consider Canelo legend right now. Exactly, you know what I'm saying? And he's at the top of the sport. And he's at the top of the sport.
Nah.
Is
He ain't
Loma
legend. He ain't legend. Who?
Loma. Exactly. Now I'm just throwing out names of fighters that have had declarated accomplishments, but are older in older years.
Chill, man. Chill. Loma ain't even. Come on.
A two-time Olympic gold medalist, man. Over 300 something. Yo, listen, man. You know how they go.
KDDR7989 says Plant, with the plant emoji, has not had guaranteed of 2 million or 8 million. No, excuse me. Plant has not had a guarantee of 2 million. So 8 million is enough. Hey, on paper, he never got 2.
So how come? So hold on.
No, because people love to add your money.
Hold on. You know what? Like we having fun with this because you're really not supposed to be counting another man. But we having fun. This is what it's all about. It's public knowledge, and you can break it down and dissect it however you feel like. And this is how we dissecting it. So how is it okay for somebody to say, nah, bro, you take 8, but it's not okay. But you jumping on me when I say, yo, get a man 20, yo. What's it? Why is nobody getting no shit for saying 8? That's like so low. If he can get as much as he can, get as much as you can.
I think no one is saying those
8
people.
though, because Billy got 8, he should get 8.
No, because they're the same way you're coming to. However, you're coming to your number.
Yeah,
they doing their own math.
Exactly.
They doing their own math, and they feel he's not worth 20
million. Yeah,
20.
And that's not what I'm saying. What is worth? I'm saying he got 14 from Kovalev got 14. So he's looking at it like we started off the argument where he's looking at it like I'm gonna at least start at 14. So what do you do in a negotiation? Don't you start at the highest point you possibly can and work backwards?
Mm-hmm.
Man,
I got some cash apps here. I got Hawk who says Plant said nothing. His fans doing all the talking.
That's right.
And
that's what they supposed to do. That's why you have fans, man.
They fight for you. They fight for you.
You have fans to fight for you.
And guess what? If your fans ain't talking, your worth ain't worth nothing.
Come on, man.
But if you got people out here talking for you, saying you worth something because it's your fans. You've put that impression in their minds. We got another one from Hawk who says Sugar Ray Leonard, Robert Duran, Tommy Hearns, living legends. We're going to go to Mr. PBC on a phone call. Are you avail?
Mr. PBC, baby.
BoxingWords.com. I'm the flyest. Canelo talking about he believe he can win. Go to my kitchen. Get the sharpest knife and cut the bullshit out. I don't care what you do good. I do every fucking thing great.
Mr. PBC, baby.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yo, PBC baby, what's good with you? It's a beautiful day in the PBC neighborhood. I want to see the fight. Fuck it. I mean, either way, I think Plant's in a good position. Really, sadly, there was a caller that really pointed it out. I mean, if he doesn't get Canelo, he's really not hurting. He can still, unify with, move up or have Demetrius Andrade move up and unify with him, or make big fights.
How you gonna unify with Andre?
Yeah, he don't have a belt at 168. You're right. My bad. Yeah, man. I would like to see Caleb Plant get paid.
Is PBC.
Hell yeah, baby. PBC. But yeah, I would like to see Caleb Plant get some bread.
Yo, let me
If he
ask
doesn't,
you, where you want this fight at? Dazn or PBC?
PBC most definitely.
So you rather pay 80?
I pay what I want.
But you rather pay 80 for this than just $10 on Dazn?
I really like PBC and ESPN's way of doing fights. I don't like the walkout. I don't like nothing. I don't really like nothing on DAZN other than just watching the fight.
You don't like the walkout.
I don't like the commentary. I don't like nothing.
You don't like the walkout.
No, I don't.
The fireworks.
No, I don't.
Not a fan.
You tripping, man. I used to love.
I like when the rappers walk with them and shit.
I was about to say that's what he liked.
Yeah.
The entertainment side of it.
I don't want to see no fireworks.
I used to love.
BBC want to see some fat booties with the
Nah,
crowd
man.
and everything.
I used to love when
Yeah,
Vlad
like
fought.
that
man.
was trash.
Nah, when Vlad fought was a show, I used to be like, damn, why nobody else do what Vlad doing, man?
But that's why I like what Floyd did. I mean, he brought everybody. I mean, he had people making me feel like they were really rapping instead of like some, playover songs.
You mean lip syncing?
Come on now. And you got to admit, Floyd's stock went up. Like, he's Dogecoin right now. He's Bitcoin. No, he's Bitcoin. And Canelo's Dogecoin. And he got to work his way up.
Saying business is booming.
Business is booming, and they should make a movie about Floyd and have Canelo in it.
Hey, yo,
They
Floyd.
don't look like Floyd.
Hey, yo, Floyd. They say, yo, Floyd, Jake Paul snatch your hat. How's business? Business is booming.
Man, come on now. That snatching hat thing died down so quick. Come
That
on
shit
now.
ain't
Floyd. If Floyd beats up Logan
shit
Paul
ain't
and
died.
beats up his little brother,
That shit
come
ain't
on, man.
died. That shit ain't died.
It shit ain't died in your head because you
That shit
mad
ain't
that Floyd
died.
beat your nigga.
You mad. Floyd still
You talking
mad.
about he was young and shit.
Yo, you mad. You mad that Floyd still mad. He's so mad he put death threats out so Jake brother Logan increased security tenfold, right? Because he said we ain't gonna go to the cops, you know what I'm saying? We just gonna get more security. Because when somebody as rich as Floyd threaten you, you take it seriously, right? So that being said, Floyd's so bothered by the situation, Jake also not allowed to come to the fight. Jake been banned by Al Heyman, Mr. PBC. So all this, Floyd that, nah, Floyd's stock ain't up, it's down. The world seen his hair plugs.
Business is booming. Those
The
are not
world
hair
seen
plugs,
his hair
man.
plugs. Now he looking like the Michael Jordan meme out here. He's a meme now. He's a meme. He's a meme.
Yo, do you know what it takes to be a meme? Yo, shout out to business is booming, dog.
Nah, you know what it takes.
Bernie Sanders is a meme out here, yo. Michael Jordan is a meme.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what it means to be a meme. So, chill.
Float out here.
Stock
business is
up or
booming,
stock
yo.
plummeting. Dog, stock up or stock plummeting when a 23-year-old kid don't respect you. The fuck?
I'm not even going to respond to that.
Yeah, you tripping. Because me and Floyd, we in the same age bracket, man.
Yeah, you gonna
23-year-old
punch him in
kid
the
snatch my
face?
hat, I'm going to smack the shit out of him.
You're going to smack the shit out of him.
I promise
And
you.
then
And
he
that's
keeps
why you
laughing,
see.
and then
That's
he
why
keeps
you see
laughing.
all the pictures.
So hold on, after you
that's
smack
why
the
you
shit out
see
of him,
all the
so after you
pictures
smack the shit
of
out of him, what you
Floyd
gonna do
punching
after?
his
Hold on.
ass.
Hold on,
Don't
so
we?
after-
Don't we
so
see
after-
pictures of Floyd
hold on,
punching him?
hold on. Floyd,
Don't
that
we
wasn't
see
Floyd.
pictures?
That was his bodyguard.
Get
That
the
wasn't Floyd.
fuck out of you.
That
See
wasn't
pictures
Floyd.
Floyd like this. Floyd hooking off, bro. You crazy.
So what? So if he keeps laughing
So-
like, ha ha, you hit me in the
Hey,
face.
yo, so
fuck
somebody
out,
in
what you gonna do?
Wisconsin,
What
if
you gonna
somebody
do?
in Wisconsin
Yeah,
smack
you
your
stop
weigh-in
doing
hat,
this.
what you gonna do?
Stop this
Hey,
nonsense,
Coach
yo.
Myers.
Hey.
I know how you get the fight. Got your hat.
Yo,
Got
listen,
your hat.
listen. You hear this kind of stuff? So what happens if somebody do it to you? You gonna smack the shit out of them?
What?
And if you see them again, they keep laughing like, ha ha, I got
Bruh.
your hat. What you gonna do? You gonna smack
Jake-
them again?
Jake don't know. No, you ain't gonna smack
just
him.
one time, huh?
No, you ain't. Listen, you ain't gonna smack him again because guess what? You Floyd Mayweather.
So let me ask you a
He's
question.
banned.
So,
He's banned.
So does that make you so okay? So let me ask you a question then.
And
right?
this your daily Jake Paul news. I told you he bigger than boxing.
So, for lack of a better term, if you go out with your best friend, right?
Mm-hmm.
right? And somebody smacks his hat off.
They getting fucked up.
You getting fucked up.
They getting fucked up.
So what'd you think of when Tyson Fury
Younger
watched
me,
Tom
younger
Saunders
me,
get dragged in front of
younger
him and
me.
didn't jump the barrier?
No, I did a whole show on that. You gonna have to listen to that.
Okay, cool.
He trying to regurgitate.
No. I'm just saying.
We did that. No, you know I'm working. I did that. You
'Cause-
heard what
'cause-
you heard what
'cause-
your bad man
'cause-
say. What your bad man say?
Because yeah, the straight, straight.
I had X on.
Yeah?
X said the same shit. Like
What? I'd have jumped that. What?
Yeah.
Say
X said,
what?
listen, I'm not asking nobody to jump in and start throwing punches, but I'm asking you to jump over and separate.
Yeah.
Don't let that man get drugged through the streets like that.
Yeah,
That shit was
that's
crazy.
hard.
That shit looked like GTA.
But don't y'all let's
Counterpunch.
Yeah, let's
PBC.
quickly smack somebody. Y'all know that though. Let's start fucking with it.
Dog.
Smack the shit out of one of y'all.
They said, let's take Francis' hat. Got your hat.
Yo, he being his shot, I would be able to get it back.
Yo, Mr. PBC.
It's funny because Floyd took Canelo's O. Got your O. Come on, man.
And he doing
about to make a movie.
He doing exactly.
All he gotta do, hey.
He doing exactly what Jake Paul doing. He running with it.
Ness, let me
he
get my
running
counterpunch.
with it. Yeah, let you get
You
your
shitting on me right
counterpunch.
now.
Yeah,
You shitting on me.
Yeah.
He gonna make a movie and just hire some random white dude to play Canelo.
So you counterpunch to go with a racist joke.
Man, Floyd got Canelo's O sitting in his pocket. Canelo saying he was young. You shouldn't have took the fight. Listen to your parents, man.
Dog, you heard what
That's
he
my
said,
call.
man. Me and Floyd in our prime, I body Floyd. Floyd got him early, man. And like you said, just like Jake Paul, you said, oh, he took his hat, Floyd took his O. Yeah, he got your O and ran with it. He ran with it. He don't want no rematch smoke. He don't want no. Everybody else get a rematch except King Nello. Let's stop. Let's stop. Everybody else get a motherfucking rematch except King Nello. We know what it is. And FYI, right? FYI, other than Pacquiao, a self-made kid in Canelo, right?
Yeah.
Before Pacquiao even got in the Mayweather pay-per-view game.
Self-made kid in Canelo.
Yeah, self-made. He's self-made.
But like,
he ain't
all
got no
boxers self-made though?
Nope. Some come from fathers who already known. Some are like Chavez Jr. Nope.
But how
they
much
not.
of them have been like super successful though? Like
What you mean?
father son, like your father was a great legend,
I
and you came up by it.
I don't
Done a
know.
lot, no. Right.
I don't know because I don't want you to lose me here.
Keep
You know what I'm
going,
saying?
yeah.
The point is, my man is self-made, and he got to this level. You know what I'm
He's
saying?
definitely talking like some of that self-made.
He got to this level. This is.
I tell you that.
I mean, did you watch the interview with that dude? I mean, I
great.
don't like that. Who's this guy Ingram, man, or Graham?
Graham
Or,
designer, man, that's what he does. It's
But who
in-depth.
is
He
that
goes-
dude, man?
He goes in, he's like a Larry, he's
Why
like a Larry
him,
King
man?
style, because that's what he does. He
I
gives
don't-
you the in-depth into
I'm
people's
so
lives
jealous.
who you normally wouldn't see.
I'm
'Cause
so
you know,
jealous.
You know what's so funny about that? Social media has everything open up, but you still have some who can go more in-depth into things that you don't know.
no,
right?
obviously he gave us all that great shit. He gave us mad Canelo back. Yo, that was just where he got all the belt. The fact that someone is paid to hang the belts daily.
Like,
Daily.
Put them up, take them down. Put them up, take them down. Just
So the
yeah.
king could walk into his garage and see his accomplishments when he parks and when he arrives. And I understand because I like seeing my belts. You know, I didn't win them, but I love
one.
boxing.
Except one, yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm letting them shits get all beat up. I ain't Canelo. I can't pay nobody to come flip these up and down every day.
Polish them and make them
None of
look
that
good and
shit.
stuff,
None of
yeah.
that shit. That is insane.
He's
Okay.
got a case, man. Put it right there.
You
in
know,
the
he's
corner.
come a long, long way. AMG, man, talk
What
to me,
up?
Oklahoma. Long way.
Where we gonna eat today, man?
I don't know what you cooking, man. You Jamaican? Making that jerk? Is he making a jerk or is he just really a jerk?
Bars.
Yo, AMG, what up?
Where you at?
Oklahoma's. Acting like, damn, do I not got the right number now and shit? I thought I was like a genius at this shit. All right, maybe that's not AMG, but it is. He must be busy. All right, I'm gonna keep it moving. AMG going once, Oklahoma going twice. All right. We going to who's this? I got some super chats to get to, so don't go away. Just trying to mix in some callers here. All right. This is why I need a producer, man. Mario's supposed to be somewhere adding these numbers so I could just
where's Mario, man?
Dog, he said something about flying in to Corpus today. I don't know, man.
From where?
Pray for Show Kid, man.
Yeah.
Everybody said pray for Show Kid, man. Hopefully, you know.
Yo, where my man Mario at, man?
Mario.
Damn.
Okay, this is Ricky. Damn, Ricky, I'm going to learn that shit because of them last four. That's easy. I'm going to memorize them last four. Ricky in Florida, what up? Yo, you know
What
I
up,
ain't
man?
been.
What up, Francis?
I ain't been
What
here
up,
long when I don't even
Ricky?
know the area code. I ain't even know that was it.
Yeah, I be thinking like, damn, nigga don't know the area code. He live in my state. But
where's that?
what I was
Florida,
gonna say
South
was,
Florida, say right? You South Florida?
part of Florida you
Where
at?
you
South
at?
Florida. South Florida.
Yo, I mean,
South
so like you be blowing? I mean, not no crazy
Yeah, what's
way.
up? Talk
Oh, all right. So you, we need to meet up, man, cause like,
You definitely need to beat up.
you know what I'm saying?
Okay, you know, I'll DM you on Instagram. Next
Yeah.
CPO, right?
Yeah, bet.
All right.
Francis
I
is
got
here,
you.
man.
Say
Francis
less.
is here. We meeting up.
All right. I got some bubbles. We'll talk. What I was gonna say? Charles Martin got 15 million, right?
Hell no.
For who?
He got like 5.6.
For Joshua.
Nah, he got like 5.6 or 8.
He got 5.6 to 8. Okay, well, I think this situation is similar to that. I think if I'm Canelo, you're not paying for the opponent, you're paying for the belt. It's undisputed. You're the first Mexican to do it in the division. And if I'm Caleb, I got leverage because I know that's the case. And I think Caleb marketable. He live in a big market in the South. I think they can make that happen. I think since he got the leverage, I go for 12. You paid Jacob 12. I think Jacob got 12, right? Go for 12. I think 12 a good number. I think it's worth it, especially if you're trying to go for undisputed. And the last point, y'all was talking about legend. What make a legend? I think in order to be a legend in boxing, you got to either be the most avoided, or you have to, or you got to go through multiple decades. I think your career has to span decades. So I look at Pacquiao, Floyd.
That's definitely could be a criteria.
I think the reason I say most avoided because I look at it like War was an avoided fighter. Avoided
how do you
fighter.
categorize
I look at a lot of
though?
great fighters are avoided and don't get the big fight.
How do you
categorize? Nah, because eventually they do get the big fight, and then they might be too old, and that's their own
fault.
fault.
But if they don't, how do you categorize it?
Yeah,
though? It's hard to say.
But the reason I say that is because you part of being a legend is having a myth. It's not just
honestly,
a wrestler, man. You gotta have a myth to it.
Honestly, there's only one way to be a legend, man.
What's that? It's to be the legend.
That's right. That's right, man.
You just gotta be the
But
legend.
that's what call next. I'm gonna hit y'all.
All right, man. Yo, I already got it queued up too, man.
No one can stop me, really.
Oh, there's a king croc right there. This croc has enough power in its jaws to whip my head right off.
In the 6th round, in the 7th round.
You gotta be the legend to become a legend.
That's it. That's the only way, man. Only way. You gotta be the legend to become a legend.
So the only legend, right, active legend right now in boxing is Pacquiao.
And Canelo.
So who did Canelo beat to become a legend?
Miguel Cotto, same dude I was trying to get fucking Earl to beat.
Miguel Cotto.
Yes, living legend.
Is there another one?
Is there another one? I mean,
that you would consider a legend.
It could be argued that Mosley is a legend. I don't know. I don't know.
Sugar Shane,
man. He was that dude at 35 when he was young. You know what I'm saying? But there's also the Balco thing that some people might taint their opinion. It might taint their opinion of him.
What he done to the boxing world to be number one in the junior weight division.
Carlo knows shit. Peter Barber knows shit. The master knows shit. I know it. I know every step of God.
Yo, what's going on, gentlemen? Now we talking that language. We talking that history talk.
What up?
What's going on, man? There's a difference between legends and Hall of Famers, you know, because Arturo Gatti is a Hall of Famer, but he's not a legend, you know. Miguel Cotto, one of my favorite fighters of all time, Hall of Famer, not legend, you know. Sugar Ray Leonard's a legend. Tommy Hearns, Chavez. Believe it or not, if Canelo retired right now,
Miguel Cotto's not a legend?
Not a legend. Francis, not a legend. He beat some good fighters.
You
but
tripping.
I'm talking about legend. When you think of legends, Ness, you said Danny Garcia could beat Cotto. Come on, man. That's disrespectful.
Bro,
now, like I was saying,
you saying Cotto not a legend?
Not a legend. He's a great fighter, the Hall of Famer. A legend is different. Oscar De La Hoya, for instance, is a Hall of Famer.
He's definitely
right?
a Puerto Rican legend. You out here tripping, man. After Tito,
No.
After Tito,
listen,
there's nobody
he's
but
in the top
Cotto.
10. There you go.
No, hear me out.
Cotto
you
beat
bugging, bro.
Cotto
There's
beat
better
Prime
fighters than Cotto
Mosley.
in Puerto Rico. No,
Cotto beat Prime
Wait, I'm talking
Mosley. Cotto beat Prime Mosley
Mosley wasn't in
before
his prime.
Floyd.
Wait, listen, man. Listen.
Oh
Puerto
shit!
Rico, Cotto
So
is,
Mosley wasn't in his
Cotto,
prime, but
let
when
me
he
talk,
fought
man.
Floyd, he was.
Cotto. No, I never said that. Listen, Cotto is one of the top 10 greatest Puerto Rican fighters of all time. Don't get me wrong, but I'm talking about a legend. It's like Sugar Ray Leonard's a legend, Duran's a legend, Manny's a legend, Floyd's a legend. Believe it or not, if Canelo retires, being that I got Canelo ahead of Chavez, I think Canelo will be a legend. Spence, if he retired now, and Crawford, they will be Hall of Famers, not legends. You feel me? Now, if Spence was to fight Crawford and beat him, and probably move up and take another weight class, then Spence will go down as a legend. There's a difference, man.
Man,
I'm not trying to
you
put
crazy,
Cotto down.
man.
Cotto's one of my
You
favorite
crazy,
fighters.
man. You crazy. Think about
The
what
word
you're
legend is
saying.
a big word, bro.
Let me tell you what you're saying. You saying that one welterweight could beat another welterweight, right? You saying one welterweight in his prime can beat another welterweight in his prime, and the winner become a legend.
No, he said move up and conquer another division, then he'll become a legend. That's what he said.
Okay.
Well, believe it or not, Spence might have to do that because Marvin Hagler stood in his division for his whole career, and he's considered a legend. And I agree with that.
All right then. So let me finish now.
Division.
So let me finish killing you then. Okay? Because Miguel Cotto, you are dead. Miguel started at 140.
No.
He started at 140.
Yes.
He beat a prime Mosley at welterweight. Moved up to 54 to become a champion. Moved up to 60 to become a champion. He is a living legend. You tripping. He beat Daniel Gill, a two-time IBF champion at 60. He beat Sergio Martinez. He beat Sergio Martinez at 60. You tripping. That's a living legend.
You got that. Because I'm thinking about his welterweight career, man. You absolutely right. Cotto was the first Puerto Rican to take those. Listen, forget about the Cotto thing. But there's a difference between legends and Hall of Famers, man. Arturo Gotti's not a legend, but he's in the Hall of Fame. He made it to the Hall of Fame, bro. That's what I'm trying to say. The difference. If you ask anybody, any historian, anybody, period, is Arturo Gatti a legend? They're not going to mention him in the same breath as the guys we just mentioned: Sugar Ray, Chavez, Tito Trinidad, you know what I mean? Tommy Hearns. He's not. He's a Hall of Famer. Zab Judah, hell of a fighter. Undisputed welterweight champion. He might not be a legend, but he's going to be a Hall of Famer. You feel me? You got to win bigger fights to be a legend. Now, the topic, Caleb Plant now. I'm not going to say how much he should get. I want the fighters to get as much as they can get. But I do believe Plant should get more money than Billy Joe Saunders, man. It's an undisputed fight. He's a Caucasian. And believe it or not, all you got to do is sell his highlights alone, and that's going to give people the idea that he might pose a threat to Canelo off his highlights alone. Hello?
Yeah, we here.
Yeah, man. We go. Thank you for calling in. That was interesting, man. That's crazy, man. Yo, I see other people talking about, man. After thinking it twice, Cotto's legend.
Of course.
Cotto's legend,
And
man.
you know what? If I didn't ask the
Fuck
question, you
outta
would have
here.
thought about it like what people think about who they
Bro,
consider
my man
legends. 'Cause
started
you gotta
at-
remember,
Yo,
you have
it's-
also legends of your country and legends of your city. Because New York would consider Zab Judah a legend.
I mean,
Fight status, in terms
yeah,
of a legend,
a Brooklyn
But he might,
legend.
That's what I'm saying, a Brooklyn legend. But he might not be considered on the world stage. as being a
Yeah, and that's
legend.
okay.
And that's why there's different levels.
You
to
could
the
be
legend.
you could be that
Yeah.
man in your town. That's great. You know, people turn that shit into franchise restaurants and shit. You know what I'm saying? But look, actually, Zab is turning it into the celebrity boxing. His shit is getting big. My man literally had the dude from VH1 fighting. You know that dude?
Yeah, of course. I know
The dude
that
from
fight.
Atlanta?
Yeah.
I would have paid to watch that. I ain't know.
That shit was fire. Zab is out here.
Yo,
doing
what's
his
my
thing,
man named Don? He always was mad on VH1 too, so it would have been good to see him in the
Look up his
boxing
real
ring.
name right
I
now.
seen some clips. He fought some extra fat dude. Don looked like he would get beat up on Border Wars, keeping it trill. In the heavyweight division, he was out here playing games, yo. Actually, he might eat a lot of heavyweights in the division.
A lot of them.
You ain't see that? I seen Instagram clips of the shit. I missed it though. But Zab doing his own celebrity boxing thing, man. Shout out to Zab. AMG, I'm gonna try you again. I'm gonna assume that it's been a mistake that you ain't been able to get on. Damn. All right, we going out too. Did we go to Brandon today?
No. Didn't hear that.
Hey, whole nother time zone. Jumped up for back with our mind on. Can't play when you here, get your life stole. If you bring it here, then the price grow. Folks jabbing and punching the line long. I drop a pigeon, let 9 go. We slap with the thick glass and white go. This only happens in Ohio.
Ness Francis, what's up? How I sound? I'm clear?
Yep.
What's good?
Yeah, what's good with y'all? I had a super chat too you ain't got to yet, so make sure you're on top of that. As far as the topic, like I said the other day, man, I knew this shit was gonna happen. This type of energy was gonna get put in the air. I just hope this shit stays behind the scenes and both fighters get whatever they want to get this fight made, but probably won't happen. Probably won't get it, knowing the landscape of boxing. I ain't gonna blame you. I don't want to use the certain words to, fuck up your but I don't like Mike Coppinger, man. Mike Coppinger be doing a lot of gay ass shit, always saying a lot of gay ass shit. Like you said, he the one put the energy in the air. He should have been like, pumped, like, man, when you and Canelo gonna get this fight? Hey, let's make this happen. Big fight. He throwing in roadblocks. I mean, you can go fight this guy and this guy, right? Like, man, what the fuck you talking about that shit for? Now you got this dude talking negative and shit, saying like he got options. He ain't got options. Okay, he got Benavidez and Charlo. That's 2 fights. What else he got over there? And he ain't gonna make $8 million probably for both them fights combined. So let's just pump the brakes. I mean, get what you feel like you deserve. Does he deserve more than Billy Joe and Callum Smith? Yeah. Say about 10 million if I was a guessing man. Give him about 10. Give Canelo about 25, 30, 40 million in the pot. Make the damn fight. Let's stop. I don't know, man. We ain't gonna get that fucking fight. If I was a bet, man, we ain't gonna get that fucking fight. He'll fight Lionel Thompson or somebody next.
Wow.
You tripping, man.
Canelo, and like somebody said earlier, Canelo can wait for 175 to be undisputed. And better be ever Joe Smith will take that ticket for $8 million and won't be bitching and complaining, and he'll still make his 25, 30. Where Plant scrambling to figure out how he can make what he would have made with Canelo. So, I don't know, man. And as far as that legendary, I mean, you could be legends for many reasons. You could be in the ring legends. You could be hometown legends. Like, in my opinion, Bud is a legend. He brought boxing to Nebraska. First person to bring. You feel me? Look how many
first
people.
one, Ness.
Look how many people come to Nebraska to get.
Chill. Yo, these Bud fans, they find a way to talk about him when Canelo talking. Hey, yo, I just want them. I want him to get in that Canelo sentence. Like, why Canelo ain't picking on him, but he want to fight Earl, man?
But we got super chats. We got.
Nah, I'm going to him. I got him nice and in order, so we don't miss nobody. No man left behind. We got new media today, USA boxing. Damn. All right. New media today, USA boxing. Canelo should pay Plant $8 million and beat his ass. But Al won't allow Plant to lose his belt outside of that PBC galaxy by taking this fight. We got JB Cinema that says, Ness, do you think that Billy Joe Saunders got less than Kovalev and Jacobs due to the losses caused by COVID and the investment on the venue promoting? Nah, I think Frank gave us the best piece of information. He ain't American.
Yep.
He ain't American, man.
Yep. Best
that
piece
shit
of
was
advice.
$73,000 on a sweater Canelo's back, man. He ain't American. That's Jimmy Mendy says, if Frank say so, I guess give it so. No, excuse me. If Frank say so, I guess it is so.
Yeah.
Give Plant 15 mil. Haha. Yeah, right? Like all promoters don't lie. I get you. You getting me to say I'm contradicting myself? I get you. Yo, we gotta, listen and believe, we pick and choose. Or, grain of salt, maybe. That's the phrase. We take it with a grain of salt. Boxing Experto says Jacobs and Kovalev did pay-per-view before facing Canelo and were multiple world champions. Plant is not worth $2 million, honestly. He's not a pay-per-view fighter. He's a shit emoji 3 times.
How about you give him 25 mil in a 2-fight deal?
25 mil?
A 2-fight deal.
Damn. Who's the second fight if he loses to Canelo?
Whoever you can give a Triple G over at Dazn.
Damn. So you're gonna pay him 12.5 for Triple G and 12.5 for Canelito.
And that's cheap.
Wow. I don't think that's cheap. First of all, there's no interest in a Triple G fight.
Triple G name in there as his name.
Yeah, no, but you gotta get it. It's gotta be
fighter.
something that they would bite.
Obviously.
Ryan O'Rourke says, what next for Sonny? Last fight was Masterclass. I think we answered that, right? Unless you're not Steve from the UK, but Frank did answer that. Thanks to Steve in the UK. Brandon in Cincinnati said Francis got Ness crib smelling like feet and Fritos. And he's smoking up all his bud and eating all the snacks. Laughing out loud emoji. Wifey tired of him already. 2 laughing out loud emojis. Yo, he just got here. He just got here. Man, he just got here, y'all.
Who else we got on there?
Brandon got a counterpunch.
Counterpunch.
Yeah, man, you laugh. I wasn't trolling when I said Bud's a legend for that, man. Think about it. Hey, think about it. Rob Brandt, Maurice Hooker. They got Kenny Sams and Hurd out there getting work. Whenever these guys need a career rejuvenation to get their shit turned around, where they go? To Bud in Nebraska. They not running to Dallas to get their shit turned around to go fuck with Earl and them. They damn sure ain't going to Alabama to fuck with Wilder and them to get their careers turned around. They running into Nebraska, man, when they know they need to get their careers back on track. Living legend, my brother. You want your shit back, Maurice Hooker. They all run to Nebraska. He's a legend.
Didn't Hooker lose his last fight?
Hey, he won some before that, though.
Oh, all right.
He got it.
Has Jamel signed to fight Shakur yet?
I don't know. It's coming. It's coming. Jamel live in Ohio. He live in Cincinnati. He ain't ducking no smoke.
Has Steven Nelson fought a name as big as DeMond Nicholson yet?
Yeah, he'll whoop DeMond Nicholson's ass.
Has he fought a name as big as DeMond Nicholson yet?
Yeah, DeAndre Ware and DeMond Nicholson about on the same level.
Man, you bumped your head, man. Ain't nowhere near the same level. DeAndre Ware never made it off Showbox, ever. Showbox is only... Hold on, before you start getting crazy, Showbox was only seen by a certain amount of people. ESPN gets way better ratings. Better ratings.
Yeah, when he fought Steven Nelson, they both got one ESPN fight. Well, he got 2. He got 2. What's it called? Fought Jesse Hart.
And we all know that DeMond fought the bigger fighter in Edgar Berlanga. So he got seen by more people. All I'm saying is tell your team over there step up the competition, man. Because Hooker, when he did step up, lost. You know what I'm saying? Brant went over there. He won the belt. Didn't he win the belt with Derrick James? And then went over there and lost. No, he won it with Ali Mustafa Muhammad.
Yeah, why he ain't go back to Texas? Why he said, "Damn, I need to bounce back."
But he lost it in Nebraska.
Yeah, man. Quit hating, man.
So he talking about they go over there to get rejuvenated. It sound like they go over there to get confused, man. But
hold on.
Ain't no hold on. I gave you a 2-minute 37-second counter punch because I was murdering you, man. I'm on fire today. Hey, Adrian!
Where Adrian at?
Adrian!
What up?
What's up, man? Adrian in Wisconsin, what's going on, champ? Oh, now you can't take a call. Nah, you probably can't. You can't talk. Don't talk on your phone in Wisconsin.
Nah, it's not even that. Like when you go through certain parts, that shit have no bars. That shit be
None?
going out. Yeah, I was on the phone. That shit just. So now I get it, yo. Yeah.
Yo, James Payne to the lethal. Oh, he like, yo, man, hold up, Ness. You ain't give me my call. You gave me mad. Like I answered your questions. I want my call. That's what you trying to say, James?
I just want to keep on with this marketing campaign for Caleb Plant. First, I want to give y'all a fun fact. The reason that Tennessee has the name the volunteer state, that's because in the Mexican-American War down in Texas, when they were trying to fortify their border and establish the state of Texas, the government needed 2,800 volunteers in Tennessee. So about their life, we sent down to 30,000 because we ain't ducking no smoke. You see what I'm saying? When people need their help, we known to help each other. That's where you get to turn Tennessee strong, because we stand up for what we believe in and we lift up our champions. So now also I want to give a shout out to Jay Benitez. He sent me a message, some valuable information. Right now, they got flights from BNA that's in Nashville going into Dallas for cheaper than $200. So they booked their flight. If y'all think pre-pandemic, how the UK come over and represent for their fighters when they fighting somebody in the States, if y'all think y'all seen a mass exodus, fuck around and put Caleb in a fight with Canelo in Vegas or in Texas, and you gonna see orange and white all over the motherfucking place. Mark my words. Now back to this. I want to say, man, usually we refer to the complexion for the protection in a negative context, but in the marketability of a Canelo versus Caleb fight, man, Caleb is the perfect complexion to get mass dollars coming in. He speaks English. He's presents himself with a lot of class. He's not going to be at the press conference acting the ass like Billy Joe. You know what I'm saying? The media can get interviews out of him. You know he good with media obligations. He done gave y'all hella interviews, and he probably didn't have to. He do that because he's just a good dude. He going to make all the media obligation. He going to be in shape. You ain't got to worry about him missing weight. You know what I'm saying? He looks good. And he going to pass the eye test when they showing highlights to build up the fight. When you see an offensive minded fighter against Canelo. Canelo like to fight the Caucasians, the lighter complected fighters. Caleb Plant is right up the alley, man. I think this is a great fight to be made. You know what I'm saying? He has a lot of upside marketability. It hasn't even scratched the surface as far as how popular he can be and his backstory. Come on now. Everybody loves a fighter with a backstory that brings tears to your fucking eyes. Caleb Plant is no different. He is the man for the task of taking on Canelo, and I believe that he can get the job done. That's my call.
James
Payne.
Payday. You know,
payday. He want that soundbite, yo. He want that soundbite. Yeah. Nah, look, man.
Like you was singing Payday.
Nah, he got it. You
know, Eddie told him to say that, right? You know, Eddie told him in Spanish. You didn't see it? Eddie told him to say it in Spanish.
Oh, you talking about Eddie Reynoso?
Yeah,
you say Eddie. I go to the most popular promoter, man.
Yeah. Sorry, Eddie Reynoso. We didn't know said something to him, and he shook his head, and he was like, "Payday." You know, you want payday?
I know you want payday. You want payday. That was funny.
But yo, shout out to James. Nah, but for real though, if they could do that out there in Nashville or Tennessee, anywhere in Tennessee, it'll be big.
What you mean do it? Like do the fight out there?
Yeah, man. There's a lot of stadiums out there because of college football and then pro football.
I don't know about all that. I never heard of a big fight out there, man.
I mean, Hey, this is first everything. He said that you say Canelo's a world traveler, right?
No, I
You
know,
said
but
he
why?
going
But that
different
ain't
places,
that
right?
ain't. I already fought in this world. He talking about going in other countries, man. You know, I already fought in America. But anyway, let me get to Brandon Cincinnati. You said that. Jay Lewis says can't blame Plant. He knows Canelo wants his belt bad. He has some leverage. Unlike a lot of guys Canelo fights, Canelo gonna whoop him regardless. Texas Bulldog Boxing says, I don't see Plant letting his hands go versus Nello. KO in the 10th. Damn, he calling KOs already.
Damn,
ain't even a weigh-in. He's just like, not, sleep.
Jeez,
Sleep.
Didn't even come to a deal yet. You already have him going to sleep.
Damn.
See, Tyson versus Lewis was in Tennessee, according to Ken Stone.
Tennessee.
A lot of big controversy
We got Space Predator. Space Predator says Plant needs to pay $8 million for the opportunity. Yo, dude's is terrible, man. It's not your money. It's not your money.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? What you doing?
They don't want Plant to get nothing. They like, yo, he got to pay for this opportunity.
And I want him to get everything. Like, get all the money you can.
Damn.
Where Adrian? He's gone? He's out?
Who?
Adrian, he just listening?
I don't know, man. You know Adrian, man. I'm over here trying to figure out.
What's that?
What we got? Richard D says, better be Vince Smith. Unify. All Nello needs is Bivol at the zone. That's right. Better be Vince Smith will unify. And I bet you Bob Arum get it done with Canelo real quick. What'd he say? Canelo wants you, give him what he wants.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Give him what
Probably
he wants.
a little better, you know, sounding.
A little better Bob voice.
A little better Bob voice. The Bob voice.
Who was on the super chat?
Who's on the super chat? Joseph.
While you trying to figure
Super
something out.
Mex is saying Francis tripping. Even Floyd wasn't paying that much unless your name was McGregor or Pacquiao. Let's keep the numbers realistic here. That's right.
Nah, but
That's
you'd
right.
make that money on the pay-per-view, so it didn't really matter.
Who? Who? You think Floyd was out here giving people what? How many dollars back in? How many dollars back in?
At least $3.
At least $3.
Yeah.
Okay, so that means they was only making $3 million.
On top of the whatever he gave them, the purse would have been
Yeah.
$3 million, so 6.
Nah. Most of the purses are 1.5, 2.5, 2 million. Check the Guerrero,
so
Guerrero, Ortiz, and Maidana fights.
But then you gotta think about it. At the time, they were making $250,000, $300,000 before.
That's
the
what we
1.2,
telling you
1.2.
about Plant, and you saying no. Don't worry about what I was making. Is what I can negotiate.
No, but you see,
you see how it changes for him, y'all?
No,
see
now
how
we're
it
talking
changed?
about
now
levels
we're talking.
of fighters.
Now
man.
he changing it.
Always, I'm telling you, the goal
Change clothes.
payday.
Payday, you want payday.
Soundbite of the week, yo.
Francis out here trying to give up paydays. He want paydays.
I know. Money. I know. You want money. I know. Yo, play the soundbite, man.
Yo,
Come on, man.
Is that you gonna
Be
wear
so
it out,
stingy with
man?
this
You gonna wear it
story.
out, man.
Payday. You want payday. I know that.
You know, I don't want you to wear it out, man. Everybody, yo, you playing it too much, man. Francis.
You want some pop? Never heard that.
I know. We haven't heard that in a while.
Keep that, man.
We got what?
Daddy
This is 9 to Mosil. I don't know. 9 till Mo. Whatever. Plant can get 8 million. He was in a better position than Billy. One more belt. That's what I said. So we agree, even though I can't pronounce your last name. You know, I mean your screen name. I said that. I think 8 million is a lot. Plus the chance at Undisputed with all the belts. But I see now that Frank Warren put us on. He's American, so he deserves a little more.
And he's from a big state in Nashville, Tennessee area.
Yeah,
Memphis, Tennessee area where it's known for its music scene and its concerts and all those things. So it's used to having big crowds and having large tours, you know what I'm saying, come to the area. So, and they all support Caleb. So why not have all those people, you know what I mean, either travel to support Caleb to Texas or wherever the fight's going to be, or can even push to have the fight there, man. What if they say, yo, Canelo, we going to stage it here at this stadium right here in Tennessee?
They gotta
You know what I'm
again.
saying?
The only way that's gonna happen is by them giving the offer. They gotta make the offer. Like, yo, we could do this on Fox pay-per-view. We could do it in Tennessee in this stadium, 60,000. You know, this is how much we. You know, that's it. That's how.
Yep. And then take it from there. Yeah.
Edwin Solano, shout out to Edwin, sent the message on Instagram. What up? What up? What up? What's this? What's this? Greg Hatchett. Oh yeah, because they be talking.
Hit me up and jump in DM, man. Holla at me, Ito. Came out here last time, didn't even get a chance to kick it with you.
Oh yeah, Ito is out here.
Yeah.
He's in what part?
He came to the Border Wars, man.
Oh. Yeah, I know. I did see him. He came with his girl, but I'm saying, what part of Florida is he from?
I would guess Orlando, but I'm not sure. And Twin gotta go to the gym. See Twin.
Which Twin?
Twin in Orlando.
Oh, yeah. Twin on there and be hitting me up, man.
We slide on and see
he too
Mike
big.
one
He
time
too big. He too big to hit me up, man.
Big time.
He
Call
big
him big
time
time
right now. He locked in, man. He wanted weigh-in footage, so Lidslow sent weigh-in footage and spawn footage.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Let him have it.
Yo, but actually, we got KDDR7989. It says, crazy. PBC fanboys trying to get Plant bigger money. Wait, PBC fanboys trying to get Plant emoji, bigger money emoji than Earl Spence Jr. Laughing out loud. That is true. That is true. Damn, if they want Canelo to pay Plant 20, what they want from Crawford?
Exactly, man. Yo, talk that big money, man. You guys don't see the. You guys don't see the. Watch the green print, man, not the blueprint. You get lost.
Javier Caputillo, the trainer.
That's why I said it earlier. Yeah.
He says.
You didn't see it?
It is not an opportunity for him as much as it is a necessity for Canelo to accomplish his goal of greatness. So how much is it worth to Canelo? I say, fuck it. 10 million and up. Canelo can make double whatever they give him.
What the fuck I tell you?
What?
That he's agreeing with me.
What?
That, necessity is what the need is.
Yo.
Necessity is what the need is to be undisputed. I'm not worried. Fuck it. I gave up whatever feat Billy Joe wanted for the ring. Now broke his ice socket into 4 places and sent him possibly into retirement forever. Now, Caleb, you want that 15, 20 million? You want 20? I'll give it to you because I'm going to make more back. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to try and break your shit. That's what Carpetillo is saying. Because it's a necessity for him to achieve his goal. Turn me down. I'm on fire. Turn me down.
No, I ain't turning you down. I was turning myself down.
No, I'm saying turn me
just
down.
in case
I'm on
it's
fire.
looping
Don't you
back.
see it's steaming over there. It's hot.
Listen, I hear the whole necessity thing, but I think Canelo's proven to you guys that he'll drop a belt to prove it to not only to not be strong arm, but to prove a point. He did it to Mauricio Suleiman.
But that's a different situation.
No, it's
bro.
not.
It
Listen
is
to
a
me.
different situation.
Listen to me.
I'm gonna let you talk.
His manhood was questioned with Suleiman and Triple G. That situation, the whole "give me my belt," Mexican style, you gotta face him. He dropped that belt in front of the people.
He told you why.
It don't matter.
He told you why.
It don't matter what he told you after.
But Ness, he told you. What do you mean after?
It don't matter.
You have negotiate. You have things that you signed that you can't disclose certain things at certain different
All
times.
right,
So
but
you have to go accordingly. So
all that matters.
So you found out the real truth of why something happened. And you can say, well, it didn't matter because you didn't tell me that.
It don't, because when he did it, he didn't have an excuse for his fans. He just dropped the belt.
Yeah.
And then guess what? Then he did it again with the IBF, and he didn't know. He didn't know. It was Golden Boy, but he still dropped another belt in the eyes of the fans. So you think he gives a fuck?
Listen, it's all about accomplishing a goal and doing something that be done. I feel like he's on a roll and he can make it happen. Especially there's nobody in the way. He's the one that's making the decisions right now and having people facilitate it for him. So I think he's gonna make it happen, man. I think he's gonna make it happen. He's gonna give Caleb what he wants.
Heavy-handed Jay said, "What was the women looking like in Watertown?" I could just tell you that Adrian can point you in the direction of women in Watertown, Milwaukee, and the surrounding areas. Jaguar Paul, Canelo is on a mission, and Caleb soft hands plant is the finish line. Checkered flag emoji. Y'all tripping.
Exactly.
Y'all tripping, man.
Yo.
Y'all tripping. Y'all so mean. Yo, Candy
Hey, yo,
Slim.
Beep. Back up the Brinks truck for my man Caleb, yo. Beep.
Whatever. Y'all tripping. That's what it is.
that
Y'all
shit
want
up for him,
career changing, like, I'm retiring
Back that shit up
payday.
for my man, yo.
Candy Slim 501. Caleb worth less than Billy Joe, $7 million, or B. Luis Ortiz. What? Or
What?
B. Lewis? What the hell?
Whoa.
What are you talking about? Jose Alejandrez. I flew to Dallas Fort Worth for the Canelo versus Saunders fight from LA. Round trip 120?
Wow.
Damn. But you know what? LA's a huge airport, and so is Dallas, man. So those are two big airports you connect into. That probably makes sense, man. That's a good price. Shout out to your price. Damn, them horns loud today.
Had them up.
Fuck, shit was loud. Jaguar Paul. Said that already. Slim, we said that. Alejandro said that. What rep it says Canelo is already a legend. The hate says it all.
Wow. Already giving him legend status.
I mean, he is. He beat a legend. You got to beat a legend to become a legend. Brandon Lenz says Plant strategically positioned himself as the last infinity stone for Canelo to be undisputed. He is leveraging himself the best deal possible. Smart. Absolutely smart move. Don't mean it's going to get you $20 million.
That's a fact.
Ken Stone. Another World Boxing Super Series with Canelo as the #1 seed makes so much sense. Smokes all the ducks out by sending the top names and invite to the tournament. Canelo can use his clout to force fights for the fans. Let's go. Only issue with that is other people already didn't join. Remember, Lucian Bute didn't join the middle, the one with Ward, and now, fucking Ramirez didn't join the one with Josh Taylor and Prograis.
Yep.
And there's just so many tournaments that don't happen.
Because there's a lot that goes into doing those tournaments.
Yeah,
man.
contracts, money. It's like once I win this fight, I ain't worth the same no
I
more.
want to get another deal done. I want to up my money. I want my percentage.
That's
up
how
there.
they got to do tournaments. They got to do fight by fight tournament, but then it might not happen because they won't be able to salary cap the fighters.
And you can't futuristic like the TV dates and stuff like that because you don't know with these fighters if you don't make the deal, you have.
They got to lock them in. They got to lock them in financially and keep them on the salary cap because that's the thing. It's like when I beat Francis, I'm more popular because people thought I could lose to Francis.
And then now, I need more money because,
More money.
you know what I'm saying? Like, what? You can't keep me.
Yeah, you can't keep me at the same cappity cap. Jay Lewis back with another one. Shout out to Jay Lewis. Appreciate you coming back. Multiple super chats. Shout out to everybody that did multiple super chats. What rep it? Candy Slim. Super Max, Brandon, everybody, man. Anybody I'm missing, it ain't on purpose. We got Jay Lewis who says if Plant was with Top Rank, these same guys would be calling him a duck. Sick of these PBC man fans always making excuses. PBC is like a weird cult. Laughing out loud. Yeah, man, look. It seems that way, man, because I want the fight on Dazn, so I ain't got to pay no fucking $80. Just be real. Plus, Eddie ring walks are better. I don't give a fuck about commentary. Let Caleb Plant negotiate that. Tell him, yo, give me, 15 million, 14 million, 12 million, 10 million. And let me pick one of the commentators. Like, yo, dudes can't get mad. Let me pick one of the commentators.
Make sure my girl's working.
Make sure my girl's working. Get my girl to do my interviews and everybody's interviews. You know what I'm saying? She need that exposure. This is your opportunity. You know what Danny did, I think, when he fought Lucas Matisse? Maybe not Lucas Matisse because that was on the undercard of Mayweather. But maybe when he fought somebody else could tell me, he got his sisters to sing the fucking...
Oh, the anthem? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
like, yo, you gotta use your leverage, man. Boston Jarrett says, Wilfredo Gomez, Wilfredo Benitez are Puerto Rican legends. Cotto's never beat a legend. Shane never beat a legend. What the fuck? Shane beat Oscar. Didn't Shane beat Oscar or am I lost?
I'm pretty sure he did. Let's check that real quick.
Let me check. I got Pacquiao up so I could probably find it quicker. He tripping. I'm pretty sure Shane beat Oscar twice. I know one time something had to do with some Balco incident, but I'm pretty sure Shane beat Oscar twice. once, win. And let me see, where's the other
Uh-huh.
one? He beat Oscar once on this box rec. Did he fight him twice? Yeah, right here. Twice, man. He beat Oscar twice on box rec, and it ain't turned into a no contest. He beat Oscar before Floyd, man. Like, he beat Oscar before Pacquiao, but Pacquiao becomes a legend and Floyd becomes a legend, but not Oscar. Sure, Boston Jarrett, your logic makes total sense. Never mind. Oh, shit, he came back with another one. He said, never mind, he beat De La Hoya. I'm trying. My bad, too. I didn't mean to say your logic makes no sense, especially when you can grasp that Oscar was legend and he beat legend, hence making him legend. I am legend, Will Smith. That's what I was trying to tell Earl to do. Earl would have did that, and then there's no way that Crawford could be demanding 50. Like, how do you demand 50 from a legend? They ain't demanding 50 from Pacquiao. They ain't demanding 50% from Canelo. Boxing Patron says, when people say, I think Plant can do it, what it really means is, I hope Plant can do it. Zero reason to think Plant can beat King Nello. TBV is pound for pound. Shout out to you, Patron. Richard D back with another one. Shout out to you, fams. Shout out to you. If Plant don't fight...
Can I ask you a question? Sorry.
Talking to the mic.
Is Amir Khan a legend? Your mindset? No, think hard.
Amir Khan beat Marcos Maidana, who's not a legend.
Right.
Amir Khan beat... What's Amir Khan's biggest win?
Yeah, Pacquiao. Pull it up. You're closer on there.
He didn't fight Pacquiao, so I don't know.
All right.
No, I don't think Amir Khan... It's pretty safe to say Amir Khan's not a legend.
Okay.
I don't think I have to Google his name. Okay. Jaime says... Wait, did we do Richard D? If Plant don't fight, he ducking. All he says is he wants to be undisputed and has the opportunity, so people better keep the same energy they had for Canelo at 160 when he didn't undispute. Keep that energy, y'all. Keep that energy. They said Amir Khan is not a legend in the chat, bro. Yeah. Jaime says, everybody who has a possibility of fighting Canelo are ducking each other because they are afraid of losing their
payday. You want payday? I know that.
Against
Barrera?
Canelo.
Barrera?
Barrera? Barrera was definitely washed. Do you know that Barrera was washed?
I understand.
I don't even think, I think, honestly, let me Google his name before I say some disrespectful shit like that. Because I think Marcos, what is it? Marco Barrera? What is his name?
It's Marco Antonio Barrera.
Marcos Antonio Barrera.
Marco
Antonio Barrera. I'm pretty sure his legendary
65-6. I have it right here. You can look at
No, I'm pretty sure his legendary. No, I'm pretty sure his legendary status has been stripped from him. But I'm gonna double check. Julio calling in. What up, Julio?
Julio, what up? It's good to know. It's good to know.
What? What did they send you?
I just want to know.
They send you some ammo?
They feel like, you know what I'm saying? Because like if Barrera is a legend, that if Morales is a legend, that Barrera is a legend.
Yeah.
And then Danny beat this person.
Nah,
right?
I'm pretty sure. No, Barrera. I'm pretty sure Barrera.
So like that would mean.
I'm pretty sure Barrera is no longer a legend.
Wow.
Yeah.
But technically, he's a legend in his fight status, like in terms of like what we see in stuff.
I don't know.
But
Again,
Morales is But Morales would be a legend, right?
Again,
Eric Morales.
I haven't been able to find the actual headline. Let me see. Let me see if I can just Google the question. Michael Jordan. In the meantime, let me
In
get
the meantime, between time.
Yeah, because I maybe I'm wrong. I know I'm not, man. This is bullshit. I want to find them right now. Julio.
Julio.
This is crazy. Julio.
Julio. Where Julio at, man? Who's out? Who else out there?
Hey, what's going on, Francis?
There
What's
you
going
go.
on, Ness?
There you
What
go.
Hey, so Eddie Reynoso came out on the Spanish. They were doing an interview for Eddie, and he says if Caleb Plant prices himself out, that they're gonna look for other options. He says, so he said that it all depends on how much they want. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I think it's gonna be a good fight, just for the undisputed. But if he doesn't get Caleb Plant, well then go for Andrade, shut that guy up, and then let Benavidez fight Plant, and then we'll have Benavidez versus Canelo. That'll be a good super fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Other than that, man, great show. I'm out.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you for calling in. What you
I
over there
guess
looking at?
I guess I'm wrong. I thought Barrera was arrested.
But it wasn't him. Nah, for real? Nah, bro. So this is my argument. What I was saying. So if Khan beat Barrera, Khan is considered a legend. And if Danny beat Morales,
I doubt it, man.
legend.
I doubt it, man. Because listen, we're not
Earl
giving.
just beat Danny, so he a legend.
Listen, we're not giving Canelo credit for beating Shane Mosley because he fought Mosley very old. But we giving.
But you have to though.
No, you can't.
Bro, I hear you.
Dog, you fighting an old legend,
I hear you.
fighting an old legend that refuses to fucking quit is not the same as fighting a living legend. It's actually good, man. It's just two different things.
I hear that.
But
Who's next?
I got a few. Richard D says, big picture is guys know Nello can end you and want the bag. That is true. That is true.
I mean, what? Isn't that smart though? Come on, man. That's just not smart. That's smart. Who next? Who up? Who up? Yo.
Yeah, so it looks like we got boxing expert that says
No, we didn't end that.
these Floyd fans criticize Canelo beating up undefeated champions, but turn around and say, nah, Ness, Guerrero, Victor Ortiz, Marcos Maidana, Juan Manuel Marquez, Andre Berto was that dude. That is true, bro. That is true.
Yeah?
I mean, you guys say, oh, who's Callum? But then it's cool for him to fight Guerrero. Then he beats Billy, and you're like, yo, that's cool. He's about to fight Maidana, who Amir beat up and dropped. And Floyd never could drop in 24 rounds. Wow. How you don't get to drop him and Khan drops him, but they say Khan can't punch. Wow.
See?
All right, I think that's it right there, yo. That's it.
Yeah, see that whole debate there, that debate can go on for a while, man. That debate can go on for a while. Who's that?
We got a counterpunch in Mr. PBC.
Mr. PBC.
Mr. PBC, come talk to me.
Yo, what's good?
Yo.
Yeah, I'm at work and shit. But yeah, it's funny because Boxing Net Pro always got something to say about Floyd, but you know, he probably didn't put no money on Canelo to beat Floyd. Floyd is the god. He's the emperor in boxing. Canelo can be the king, but he'll never surpass Floyd. He got to beat hella dudes just to be near Floyd. Come on, man. They're going to make a movie about Floyd, and they're going to have a random dude play Canelo. That's my call.
All right. A random dude play Canelo. AMG, what up?
Yo, can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Great show, man. I'm loving this. But so my take on it, I think a fair number would be to get him to the to the 8-figure bracket, right around 10. I think 10 to 11. That's actually pretty fair. I also think the closer this fight gets and the harder the negotiations get, I think you're going to hear a lot of people calling out some crazy ass numbers that are super high. Not even so much because they're Caleb fans, but of course they're Canelo haters, right? You're going to see the hate go up and up the minute this dude finishes this task and does something that a lot of people's favorite fighters never did. The hate's going to be insane. Just watch.
Talk that talk, man. I hear it. Yo, Nest GTO, Instagram and Twitter. We're done. This was a long one. Let me see. What is the official clock in? We're going on 4 hours and 7 minutes. So hopefully you guys got through half your day. And we'll be back. Today is Thursday, so we'll be back again at 7 o'clock, man. We out. Peace.
Yeah, man. You can catch me in Next Up Sports Talk. Actually, man, if you know anybody out there that do hair out here in Florida, man, hit my DMs, man. Next Up Sports Talk. Need somebody to braid my hair.
Braid
you dig?
my hair.
I appreciate y'all. And also catch me on the way in boxing on IG and the way in on YouTube. Peace and love, y'all. Y'all be good. Let's go.